Hey everybody. Hey guys, what's going on? Hold on. Hey everybody. Hey guys. Hey Coolin with the crew. Hey Chris G. Hey Soso Bomb. Hey everybody coming in. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I was about to say I won't be here long. I'm trying not to be here for too long. Okay. Hey Miss Queenie. I'm gonna drop the link real quick. You don't have to click. If you want to just type in the chat, that's okay. Um, I just thought about something. Normally here in the beef sector, hey team, I gotta remember to say TMZ. Hey team AJ, hey Heat Wave, hey everybody coming in. Hey Nikki, hey y'all. Thank you so much for coming and checking me out. Hey Sharona, hey everybody. Ooh, hey y'all. Where's Indigo? I hope Indigo is feeling better. I was trying to go back to the first part of her live that I missed. But I don't know. The video isn't up anymore. So if anybody sees Indigo, let me know what's going on. Cause I don't know. Okay. Hey everybody. Now as you can see, the title of the live is called it's the beef sector. What do you expect? Ooh, there's a question mark missing. Oh, ooh, that's gonna bother me. Whatever. Okay, so it's the beef sector. What do you expect? This is a statement we hear all the time on here. We hear it almost every time something immoral happens on here. Almost every time we hear of somebody doing something that shows that they don't have a moral compass, you know, it just is what it is. Now I thought about some of the things I've seen on here. Um, Let me think of some of the stuff that I see on here that I think should not be happening, whether or not it's called the beef sector. Beefing in your culture means cussing and stuff. It's a whole in whatever. So, going back and forth and all of that stuff. People are addicted to extremism and all of the likes. I don't know why. It's like a dopamine shot for some of these people on here. You hear me? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that causes people to do the things they do on here. But I'm going to go ahead and you can tell me in the chat of some of the stuff that you see happening on here in the so-called beef sector that makes you wonder what is wrong with some of the people on here. You know? Okay. The first thing I've noticed is that people dox each other on here. People try to find other people's information, you know, they try to find out about people's families, they try to find out where people work, they try to find out personal details about people. Okay. Another thing I see on here in the sector is people driving by people's homes. That's another one. What's another thing I've seen here? People calling people's jobs. What's another one I've seen here? People meeting up to. Oh, hold on. There was a situation with Susie on VS. There was another situation. They went to have a whole meetup and somebody found their way there at the IHOP. What else have we seen in here? Come on, guys, help me out. Help me out in here. What else have we seen on here? Recently, we saw Brianna, where somebody, actually videoed her getting out of a fast food joint or whatever it's called. You know, what else have we seen on here that is like kind of extreme? We've seen people pull up at people's homes and call themselves pull up queen or pull up king. We've heard audio tapes of people paying $200 to $300 to get people's channels down. We've seen and heard People trying to be with people's husband on here. We've seen and heard people dragging people's children on here. We've seen and heard people having mock funerals for people, or not only that, having people's dead parents online. We've seen and we've heard people make a mockery, thank you, Team AJ, of people's illnesses. Hey, Chantel. Hey, everybody. What else have we seen on here? We've seen and heard people getting locked up because of crap. We've seen and heard of people having to go to court because of YouTube crap. What else have we seen and heard? We've seen, well, I've seen people on here, haven't seen them taking the actual drug, falling asleep on live, doing some stuff. I've seen it, girl. I don't know where that video is, but I've seen some stuff on here. You can tell something is wrong with them, the way they're falling asleep while on the live and all of that shit. We've seen, let me go back to the comments. Hold on. What are some of the things we're seeing in here in the beefing sector? Okay, let's see. Doxing is the number one thing according to I'm Here for the Show. Hey, everybody coming in. What else have we seen and heard on here? Painting narratives to avoid accountability. We've seen and heard that one. People trying to get people fired from their jobs. People contacting people's jobs. What else have we seen here? Let me go down. Let me go down in the comments. People paying for wrenches. People giving wrenches for protection. People befriending people and giving them wrenches because they know what they have up their sleeves. We've seen and heard that, right? We've seen that. We've seen people pulling up to people's homes. We've seen people making alliances with people who they swore were their enemies. We've seen that. We've seen people coming on here half naked because obvious. We've seen that. Okay. Ooh. Mm-mm. We've seen some stuff. Mrs. Boyd says throwing subliminals instead of naming names. Hey, Jill. Hey, everybody coming in. What else have we seen and heard? People getting locked up for crap on here. People calling law enforcement for crap that was said online. People, what else have we seen on here? I don't know what else I've missed because I don't watch a lot of channels. People taking, videos. You know what? We've seen so many crazy stuff happen on here in the beef sector. Hey, Miss Belinda. We've seen so many crazy things happen on here. People falling out because of, their associates falling out with someone. We've seen people paying to get people clicked off of a panel. We've seen people paying so they can get protection. We've seen people flagging people for no reason at all. We've heard people's voice notes, or not only voice notes, recordings of people paying money, offering money to take a channel down, offering money to get the identity of people who chose to come on here without giving up their identity. Hey, Shake. Hey, everybody. Look at AJ. Every time they have a camera sit there naked and afraid in bed. Hey, Joanna. Hey, everybody coming in. We've seen and heard of flag teams. We've seen people clog up the court systems, or abusing the little resources that are available to involve the cops or lawyers or whatever in stupid YouTube shit. Yes, filing court cases, all of these crap that we see on here. Hey, Diane. Hey, Ronnie Q. Look at all these things we've seen. We've heard about people turning up at people's homes or following them. Look at all these things we've been seeing and hearing in the beef sector. People getting upset if you don't. Oh yeah, here we go. Here goes another one. Swatting people. Yeah. Hey, Glamour. Hey, everybody coming in. We're just coming in. We're making a list of some of the things we've seen or heard in the beef sector. Some of the most awful things on here that we've seen and heard. You know, we've seen people addicted to social media, to YouTube in particular, that they don't even go to sleep for crying out loud. I know some of us may have, insomnia and whatever. I get that part. They don't cook, they don't pay in the comments. Let me see. Hey, Clyde. We've seen actual fights. Who have you seen fight? Well, I heard of one. I know it happens in most sectors, James. Ooh. We've seen and heard, let me continue to say this one. We've seen and heard people paying friends to pretend to be their black relative or to act like they're biracial or to act like they're people's cousins. We've seen and heard these things. People calling on the cops. Ooh, we've seen people call cops for someone ended up getting arrested. We've seen and heard all of these freaking things happening on here. And guess what? Some people chump it up to, oh, it's the beef sector. What do you expect? So when do we think we're crossing the line over here? Does somebody need to get killed? Does somebody need to get hurt? Does somebody need to be made an example of first before people understand that they have to step back a little bit? Do we need to see something really disturbing happen before people realize that they got to step it back a little bit? You know, this destructive behavior, we already know what the beef sector gives, yes, but from what I see or what I thought it should be, it's just people going back and forth, dragging, whatever you call it, whatever you want to do. Hey, Miss Cruiser. Hey, everybody. We've seen, ooh, let me go to this part. We've seen and heard people say they were lawyers. Let's put that part in. You know what I'm saying? What is it that needs to happen before people understand that you can't just chump everything up to, oh, it's the beef sector. What do you expect? So is there no standard? Is there nothing that, no lines, that people should not be able to cross? Do you think it is okay for people to go to people's homes? Do you think it's okay for people to be calling people's parents, people's jobs? At what point do we say, okay, we don't need to go that far? We need to stick to roasting, gagging, going back and forth and keeping stuff on YouTube. What is the purpose of attacking people's personal lives? I don't know. I don't get it. What is the reason for all the mm-mm. I don't know. I don't know what is it. We've seen and heard people have it. Should I say that P word, the one that ends with a Y? You know, I don't know. People are just way too invested in this thing here called social media. We've seen people do some crazy stuff just to make sure that they got people watching them, just to make sure that they got to do some extreme stuff for people to see them. It's all about numbers at the end of the day. It is all about numbers to the point that people have no moral compass. They don't care. They have lost any sense of human decency. That is what I think. Yes, we love the beef sector. I like being in it. I doesn't mean doesn't mean I'm going to be a part of some of the things that happen on here though. I don't need to be a part of it. I'll take it for the parts that I like, but at the end of the day, why do people need to come on here and act crazy for attention? Why do they need to do it? It's like you're fostering extremism. It's like you're fostering terrorism for, well, let me not use that word. I don't know how YouTube is. Oh my god. Social media, using YouTube, there's, like tremendous value, tremendous potential for people to use YouTube to make like really good money. But some people are so at the bottom of the barrel, they can't see too far. They are pessimistic. They're not able to see beyond the negativity that they've balled themselves into. You know what I'm saying? They can't find like an optimal balance between content moderation, between freedom of expression. They don't know how to market themselves to the point that they can get, other viewers outside of the beef sector. You know what I'm saying? Why do people's freedom have to be threatened on here? What is the reason why people's privacy should be invaded? What is the reason for people to act like, there's this whole mob mentality type thing? What is the reason for it? And also, what is the reason why people can't have their own views on here? That's another thing. Why can't people have their own views about a situation without other people, you know, joining like an attack crew because, oh, we're not saying what everybody is saying? What is the problem? What is the reason for it? I don't get it. Is there are there any other ways to go? It's like almost every time somebody makes a bad decision, people chum it up and, oh, it's the beef sector. What do you expect? I think sometimes YouTube or social media in general, I think sometimes it harms moral development. That is what I think. And some people, if they didn't get trained in the right way from their own parents, we can't expect too much from them right now. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense at this point. Some of the things we've seen on here, it just makes you wonder. You can see more ignorance than anything, more arrogance than anything, more hostility, more hatred, vanity, bad judgment, less honesty, no humility, little self control, sprinkled with humor and other stuff on here. But there are some people on here, they just don't know better. And I don't know if I should blame it on the parents or blame it on your dumb asses. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking questions. Why are people like this? What if you could get 20 more thousand people to watch you? What else would you do? If this is the little numbers that you're getting over here, 10, 15,000 people to watch you, not even so much for some of you, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. And if this is what you're doing right now, if this is what you are doing right now, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Let me go back to the comments. I was just going off. Let me look back. TMZ says basically a crime has to happen in real life for authorities to take action for something online. You know, right? That is true. Because you got some people make. I don't think they expected social media to take off the way it is right now. I think there needs to be a whole entity dedicated to, you know, what they call it. What's it called? Oh shit. The word slipped me. I'm sorry. I'm here for the show says cyberbullying and all of those other stuff. I'm here for the show says you can lose what you don't have. It's just expose. That is true. It just exposes what is already in them. Shay K says you've seen peens, JJ's, boobs, everything, right? Miss Cruiser said we need a turkey sector because there's too much beef on here, right? TMZ says the goal is to have the most views and to be able to talk about whoever they want to without being talked about themselves. You know, I do see that Team AJ, where it's a situation where people like to have their opinions on topics or things that happen in the sector, but they don't want other people to have their own opinions. So, and your opinions may not align with theirs, and they look at you differently. I've seen it here. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. I've seen it here. You know, I've seen it here. where people don't really care about other people's views on something. It has to be their way, how they think. And if not, they'll dox you. Oh, God forbid you have more subscribers than they do. God forbid you have more viewers than they do. You know, there. Just today, I was scrolling through my on my YouTube page, my homepage, and I saw something come up from ZX. It said something about the full audio. I read ball through it, and lo and behold, I heard no other than Kimmy over there plotting to get Pizarro's channel down and saying that she doesn't want to have any parts of it. She didn't want her name to come up in it. Now, this person just started her channel over here less than a year now, I think. And this is what she came over here trying to do. And then you have these people following her saying, oh, don't mess up her brand my ass. And I don't have a problem with nobody who supports her or anything, but call a thing a thing. You came in here, and before you just come here and do whatever you need to do to make your channel pop and do what you need to do, you are behind the scenes trying to get people to take Pizarro's channel down. That shows how weak you are. You're weak. You already acknowledge that Pizarro is ahead of you, so you want to get the person down. Why? What is the reason? What is the reason why you would want to pay? I don't remember if it was 200 or 300. I didn't stay too long in the live because I was, you know, I was at work. God. Miss Cruiser says we have fostered an environment that may not condone it, but neither condemn it. I agree with the latter part of that. They don't some people don't condemn it, or if they do, it's just a light tap. And then you got some of these people who are they do some awful stuff on here, and then they want to be the person who come on here speaking like they got morals when they're done. I don't get it. You can't be hot one minute, cold the other. You can't be dabbling in certain types of activities, then you're the one coming on here acting like you're talking something, you're positive and all of that shit. Pick a side. Pick a side. Red Wing says ghetto mentality is when Pizarro's for the beef sector. Red Wings, you're not a Pizarro fan, are you? Standards are low. I think it's been low before. It's been this way because I came on here, even though I didn't watch what's her name, Susie, a lot of times. I remember when she just started her channel, but I didn't used to drop down a lot in there. Matter of fact, I think I may have gotten blocked over there. No, you tell me, what are you doing with somebody's mom in a casket on your page? Did anybody condemn that? That's another question right there. That's another thing. How many people actually said, you shouldn't be doing something like that? You shouldn't be, how many people decided that they were going to stand up against that? Right, Piggy Pearls? Some people are afraid to give their to tell people what how they feel about something because they're afraid they're not going to be, saying what the crowd is thinking. I'm here for the show. Let me drop the link, guys. Whoever wants to speak about it. Do you think we should keep on saying it's a beef sector? What do you expect? Isn't it okay for us to say, okay, some of these things, it's too extreme at this point? Can't we say that sometimes? Well, I'm not in charge of the beef sector. I don't even care. But I just thought about it. I was just thinking and decided to come talk about that shit today. I'm here for the show says a lot of the things people do here they would never do if you met them in person. That's true. The ability to type on a keyboard and not be touched makes them keyboard gangsters. I hear you on that one. Hey, Karen. Hey, everybody. How do you think you would feel if you are on here, you're battling with another adult, and it's back and forth, and out of nowhere you see your child on live? Come on. It's the two adults who were fighting. Come on. Continue fighting with the adult. The child had nothing to do with it. Sharona says, nobody is going to tell me. Look at the church lady. The church lady was talking about it the other day that she got doxxed. That's crazy the things people do on here. And her children were pics of her children and everything. I don't get it, man. Okay, Sharona says nobody's gonna tell me that some of these content creators don't act like this for real. Oh, in real life, always starting. Girl, did you see what I put on my status? Well, it's not status. On my community wall the other day. There are some people who are like that. I found the perfect thing to speak about. I saw this some time ago, and it says, let me go back to read it. I like reading it because it is so true on here. It says, let me find it real quick. There are some people on here, they just enjoy chaos. They don't know nothing else. That is all they know. So if there's no chaos, they don't feel normal. Some people are toxic and they are magnets for drama. Something is always going wrong in their life. And then, of course, once a problem is solved, another one emerges. So they're so toxic that there's always something happening. There's always something toxic going on in their lives. They don't want your empathy and sympathy. They don't want your support. Well, I'm sorry, they want your support at all time. They want you to think and feel the way they're feeling, feel sorry for them and all of that. And if you offer solutions, they don't want it because they don't want to fix shit. They want to always be, doing something, be, reveling in toxicity. They are called drama magnets. That's what they are. They are drama magnets. They thrive in a crisis. They love crisis and they love being victims because it makes them feel important. There are some people on here, even when there's some topics going on or a discussion on a panel, has nothing to do with them. Best believe they're going to click that link so they can be seen, so they can have commentary, so they can be a part of it. So if any drama comes up, they can be a part of it. You just look at it. It makes them feel important. It makes them feel a part of something. And some of them do it because they want to be able to go back and make themselves a part of it so they can go and do commentary on their channel. They are like beacons for adversity. That is what they are. So you got to be careful of those people. They thrive on drama. Miss Cruiser said, if we allowed a doxer on our panel, we accepted it. Come to think of it, I get what you're saying with that one, Miss Cruiser. If we didn't speak against and refuse to talk to a doxer, we allowed it. We all had our part in ushering in this behavior. I tend to agree with you to you know, to a point. What are some of the things that people can do to stop some of the stuff that happened here, like the doxing, like all of that shit? What is on your rehab administration? I haven't seen you over here in months. Ooh, I know you only come around when there's something interesting, because I haven't seen you in a long time. What is on your wall? Ooh, now you're gonna let me activate one of my 3%. Oh shit. On your community, the last thing I'm seeing, let me see what this is. Ooh, who is this? Ooh, who is this person? Who is the person? I'm looking at it, but I don't know who the person is. Is that the person who um I'm looking at your community wall. Ooh, you're a doxer too, aren't you? Shit. The same thing I'm talking about right now. Oh my god. This is the same thing. This is the same thing. Can you tell me what this is about though? This is the same exact thing I was talking about. So there goes an example. But who is the person and what is the reason behind that info there? Diana says YouTube is some people's life and that is sad. Sometimes something bad is going to happen to make people understand that this is not a joke. Sad but true. I Hey, just Andrea. Hey, everybody coming in. Free Piggy Pearl says, I have stopped complaining about the things that happen in the sector because I still watch. I get it. That's one of the reasons why I only watch some channels, right? Linda B says some of them are low vibrational. I saw it on her from the first week she panel hop. Not sure who that is. The rehab admin, the ones he explained last night was piggy plotting on who is that? Five is that 5'8"? I think. Listen, there was one last night too. I didn't hear that one. But I knew I was in and out of sleep and read the Heart of Philadelphia was breaking something down. Ooh. Ooh. Hey Purple Peach. Who the hell? Why would Pizarra has always said she's not about doxing. So who? When would she do that or be interested in knowing about people's? Oh Lord. Mm-mm. Yeah, Linda B. I couldn't stay over there. And the things that people talk about her today, I'm not saying she's a bad person, but she did do a few bad things. And let's just call a thing a thing. I didn't stay for too long. Sometimes she'd be over there playing music and stuff. I don't know if that was when she was trying to build some of her channels and stuff. There are times some people just thrive on attention, whether it is that they're doing something negative or not. They don't care, you know? And some people try to come on here and make it seem as if their life is happy and they're doing good, you know, their whole well-being is good and stuff. But no. Mm-mm. No. No. They're not happy. I told you this before and I'm repeating myself. They are not happy. When they click the end button or they get off of here, some of them, not all, they are unhappy bitches. They got to look at their they're not happy, okay? They're not happy. They just pretend to be happy. But when they come on here, they got to show out. They got to talk about what they have, how good they are, how happy they are, and stuff. But they're not happy when they get off of here, when life hits them in the face. They're not happy when they come on here begging a lot. It shows what's going on in their real life, right? People need to have boundaries on here. Stop saying, "Oh, it's the beef sector. What do you expect?" It's like there's no boundary. There's no all-time low where people say, "Okay, that's enough of that." Are we gonna say, "Okay, we're not supporting this person anymore"? What is it? And why do we have so many people who want to be a part of groups so bad? It's like they have this group identity type thing where everybody has to be a whole collective, you know so they think that by doing that it'll make them better than other persons on here. I don't know. They engage in actions that try to distinguish them from the it group or the in group or the out group. I don't know. And they do certain things, and if it's like they don't have values and morals. And if they didn't get it growing up as a child, maybe they can't get it right now. It's too late. It's already gone through the door because they just want attention. Attention seems to be a scarce resource on here, right? So what they do is come on here and try to do anything to get that type of attention so they can get some type of profit from it. I know you're supposed to come on here and do your content, but when you got to do all these crazy stuff, these crazy things to get attention, it's just too much. It's too much. It is too much. I don't care what nobody says. It is too much. Mm-mm. Purple Peach, that was me. I didn't used to drop down. I just used to stay in the bushes and watch, before all. Hey, Zulu, Queen Zulu. Hey, everybody. I'm here for the show says the freshman class has so many new faces. It will be interesting to see how it's here. Who is still here this time next year and who will be on top. It's always gonna be a fight. Always gonna be a fight. Free Piggy Pearls says Kim is the best storyteller in this sector, and that's why she's popular. People know she's deceptive. She's very deceptive, very manipulative. She is a backstabber. But those stories that she gives, those lies that she tells, will have you laughing and screaming and also neglecting what you saw and heard. Like we didn't hear her plotting to take Pizarro's channel down. Are we forgetting these things? Why didn't she just decide to come on here and do her content and just move on like nothing? Just do your content, do your own thing. Why are you over there trying to pay people? You're behind the scenes talking to ZX trying to figure out how to get a channel done. What's the purpose? Is it that you came in knowing that Pizarro was probably in your mind on top? Is it that you are already accepted failure, so you wanted to take the short route? Is that it? Is that it? Hey, phenomenal Scorpio. Linda B says the thing is, if people watch it, it will happen. You're so true, because we love drama, and we're you know, it is what it is. Red Wing says I rocks with pizza. I just don't like cocky, arrogant kids. I have three older brothers and a dad who would body slam me if I got out of line. Okay. Okay, let me drop the link again. Does anybody have anything to say? I just thought I'd come on here and say that. I want to hear what your views are about people saying, oh, it's the beef sector. What do you expect? Like, seriously? Does that mean there are no boundaries? Does that mean everything, every low down thing people do is okay? Does it mean it's okay for people to be racist? Does it mean that people should look down on us over here? What does it mean? Does it mean that we should be calling people's jobs? Does it mean that we should be stopping people from, earning a living? Does it mean that we should follow people's children? You know, does it mean we should be paying to get people's channels down? Does it mean we should be turning up to people's homes? Why don't you just keep everything on YouTube? If an adult is going back and forth with you, go back and forth with them also. You know, what is the purpose of going offline to do stuff? I say this all the time. I'll always give my commentary, but at the same time, I can't tell people to fight because they're going to do what they want to do anyway. And that is why I always make that statement. I'll give my commentary, say what I like or not like, what I agree with or not. But I always say I can't tell people how to fight. You know what? Because if it's in their mind to do something a particular way, that's how they're going to do it. So I can't stop it. Hey, Demetra. Yeah, some people have to got chaos in order to have views. You can tell sometimes, you can look at some people and you know who they're gonna befriend because they see like, okay, there's a little hole right there that we can look. Hold on. Yes, Sharona, you're so true. Exactly. It's like the devil going everywhere looking for trouble. Exactly. They're always looking for some chaos. They don't feel satisfied if they're not a part of some chaos. Some of them are not counted in real life, so this is the only place and space. Some of them don't even get out of their houses or their apartments. This is their life. This is it. This is it. And they lie, heat wave. They are such liars on here. Lying bitches. That's what they are. Yeah, Linda has a suggestion, not to watch whoever initiates or advocates for the doxing.
It's me, Carrie. This is James L.A. in. You bring up some
One
really
second,
good
one
points.
second. Hold
Okay.
on. Let me move this thing. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. I'm multitasking in the back. Hey James, thank you so much for clicking the link. Go ahead and say your piece.
Well, you bring up some really good points. I mean, and I agree with you. I mean, and that's the way I do things. I don't agree with going to people's houses, and, you know, calling the cops on social media, they're never going to do anything. There's no crime committed. Even if you
That's so true.
threaten somebody on social media, it's still not a crime until uh, the government taking and pass laws about it for social media. It There's nothing really to call the police about. And I understand. If you get threatening deals or people coming to your house, absolutely call the cops. That's what they're there for.
I've seen somebody on here call the cops, explaining something that's happening, what somebody's doing on their channel. And the cop told them point blank, period, is the person causing harm to you, like, harm right now, right here? No, but he's saying this and he's saying that. And the people told her, listen, there's not much you could do.
No, you got
Because
to
they're not posing a danger to you right now. And they
right,
didn't get it because that's not what they're there for. We're gonna have to have somebody, another entity, another body that deals with these type of things on social media.
right, and that's why I said, until the government passes, laws strictly for uh, uh, dealing with things on social media, the cops can't do anything. And unless somebody comes to your house or threatens you in person, there's nothing that they really can do.
You're so right.
And
There's nothing they can do. Hey, food junkie. Hey, everybody coming in that I didn't say hi to. Hey, everybody. I'm just saying, I'm tired of hearing people say it's you, it's a beef sector. What do you expect? Like there are no boundaries to nothing that happens on here. Everybody, well, most people have done something dirty on here, but does it mean it's okay though? Does it
right,
mean?
no, it's not okay. And and some content creators, especially if they start getting numbers and stuff, sometimes they feel like they can control other people and do the threatening and stuff like that to them, or try to control how they want things done. And it doesn't work that way. We're all free thinkers. We all can think for ourselves, and some people don't like that.
Yeah. Femme Noir says, I like Kimmy and I like Fibe, but I find it funny that everybody's always in an uproar when it comes to them. Yet they are
Yep.
mute on their faves because it's only them. Does
Right.
anybody agree with Femme Noir that
I,
sometimes when it's other people that we like, we don't talk about it?
right. And if you have your favorite content creators, you have a tendency to want to protect them and get involved in their beef when really, I feel that, if I have a problem with somebody, I don't need somebody else to go in there and talk for me. I can do it on my own. And I don't want other people getting involved because that just makes it worse.
What's the worst thing you've seen happen on here in your area? Because are you normally over by the black sector,
I
James?
am. I
What's
am.
the worst thing you've seen happen over there?
I've seen people go to other people's house and get in fights. You know, that's probably about the
Go to other
worst.
people's houses and fight?
Yep.
Oh,
Um,
oh.
there's a lot of things that I mean, everything that you said, in the for the black sector, is true. But it also, as what I can tell, actually happens over here in the beef sector too.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Similar stuff
and
happening over here.
well, even when the FBI shows up at your house, over social media, what's the FBI going
Yeah.
to do?
What's the point? We heard people giving numbers for FBI, police. Oh my god, it is too
Yep.
much. It's like they do extra stuff. Linda B, I saw your comment. I remember because I went over there the first time when she started her channel, and when she only had one video on it that says a lifestyle channel. Where's the lifestyle channel? She even did interviews with some designers one day, fashion designers, and I don't even think she got 8 or 900 viewers. And she realized that the lifestyle channel is not going to work. So she started going back to doing mess and stuff, or inserting herself in people's thing, people's you know, beefs and
Be,
stuff, so she could have content. I'm sorry. Just
right.
call a thing a thing.
Right. You know, even if you wanted to take it in change and do something else, the problem with social media is when you once you get hooked into one thing, then you're almost bound to keep doing the same thing over and over again to keep getting your views. If you're a messy channel in the beginning, you're going to stay a messy channel. Otherwise, nobody's going to watch you.
Yeah, that is true too. That is true. Some people, they start the mess, so they got to keep up. So they're always going to look for some type of mess to keep up, because that's their audience. Their audience came from mess. You know what I'm saying? So I do see
Right.
what you're saying. Feb Noir says it's YouTube. I don't know any of these people in real life, so it's not that serious. That's true
Well,
too.
Well, that's true, but there's like you had said, there's a lot of people that take the social media and YouTube and just think that it's real life, and uh, that's the way they respond to it, as it's real life when it's not. But
They
to
don't
them,
know
it
how to
is.
make the separation between
Right.
virtual life, and real life. It's a virtual space. We don't know these people. Hey Rose, we don't know these people. So why do we need to why do I need to know where you live? Why do I need to know where you work? Why do I need to know where you buy food from? Why do I need to know where you shop with your family? Why do I need to know anything about you? I don't need to know shit about you. I
Yeah.
just need to come on here and see what you're giving me from your channel and move on. That's it. Get my entertainment and keep moving on. Why do people have to take stuff outside of this? Why? What's the
Yeah.
reason? I don't
Well,
get it.
right. Unless you want to take and put your whole life out here, you know, on the internet of what you do every day, which there are people that actually do that, which there's nothing wrong with it. But, if you get in a beef with somebody, what finding out what somebody, if they have kids or whatever, why do they need to be brought into it? It has nothing to do with what they put out on social media.
That is so true. I just think at this point there has to be some boundaries set up. The people who have people need to understand this. The people who have the most influence on here are not necessarily the content creators, it's the subscribers, it's the
Right.
supporters, it's the people who come and watch you. They can decide today that they're tired of the bullshit that you guys do and stop coming around, and that can affect your channel. They can decide that they're tired of seeing you lie in their faces, and they could stop coming around you. They're the ones who have all the influence on here. They're
Right.
the ones in between your channel thriving or not. You hear me?
Yeah.
So just think
Eh,
about that shit when you're doing what you do on here.
yeah. Well, the other problem is people like watching train wrecks, and
That's true too. Cause if I wanted to see religious stuff, I'll go find myself over there in that church sector or whatever. But I do
right.
like watching some of the stuff. Once it doesn't get too vile, I'm okay with watching stuff. Cause I don't want to know certain things about people's personal life. I just want to come in here and hear people going back and forth, as in just real drags, not manufactured beefs and all of that stuff. Just real stuff, not people going behind the scenes creating beef so they could have something as content. It should be like actual fallouts. You gotta like a real fallout with someone, and you're responding. Nice light roasting and gagging and stuff. But people are making stuff up as they go along. People are creating stuff as they go along, and they're fake with it. They're
Right.
just so fake with it. Hey, Sly Jones.
Right. Exactly. So, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and jump down, and I will be back in the chat.
Thank you so much, James, for clicking the link. I appreciate your input, in the discussion today. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Does anybody else want to give their view? Because I've pretty much said what I needed to say. We need to stop saying, "Oh, it's the beef sector. What do you expect?" So the next thing I'm gonna hear is somebody loses their life, and I'm gonna hear, "Oh, it's the beef sector. What do you expect?" Is that it? So there's no code of ethics, no morals, nothing, nothing. So everything people do on here, you're gonna say, "Oh, it's the beef sector. What do you expect?" "Oh, it's just the beef sector." "Oh, it's okay. That happens on here." Is that how it's gonna go all the time? For real though. Social media really does interfere with moral development, and it influences you to do some stuff that you wouldn't do on the regular. It makes you do some extreme stuff because you know that the only thing that makes you gain numbers or make money is viewership or cash apps or super chats and stuff. you know you gotta do better, man. At some point you gotta realize you're adults. You're not getting younger, you're getting older. Some of you guys are in your 40s and 50s and 60s. I'll be damned if I ever come on here acting that way when I get to that age. The hell? I know it does because I've heard about it in the makeup sector too. Piggy pearls. I've heard about it in different sectors that people do these type of stuff. But people on here, one of the things I notice on here, they don't like. Hey, Connie. One of the things they don't like on here is when people are, cool with each other. Another thing they don't like is when people say their own piece, how they feel about stuff. You know? Ooh. So bomb. So bomb says, I think when you start talking in third person, that's a bad sign. Diana says, it amazes me that some people do the dirt to other people, and then they are threatened and they call the police. Isn't that something, Diana? That is so true. They're the ones out here doing shit. Who, Canola? Hey, Ken. Who is a white woman? Who? Okay, Picky Pearl says, what keeps me here? Do you think? No. What keeps me here is the fun, is the humor that I get out of some of the content on here. What keeps me here is the personalities of some of the people that I watch. And everybody who comes over here, they love a little drama or something. It's just like you'll be watching Ratchet TV. You know, I told you about some of the stuff I used to watch, Housewives of Atlanta. Um, I can't even remember some of the Black King Crew, all of those stuff that it's like the same thing. A little ratchet here and there, not too much because I don't like stay in a lot of drama and stuff, but I'll watch it. Everybody who stays here, they like a little drama or a little mess, or they enjoy, seeing the back and forth with real roast and gags, not the ones that get too vile, not the ones that people have to manufacture behind the scenes so they can have something to do. That's why I stay over here. And if you notice, I don't watch a lot of people on here. I don't. I do not. I got my favorites that I watch. You see what I'm saying? And not everybody who watches it wants to actually do it. Because if so be the case, that means all the subscribers, the thousands of subscribers over here, doesn't mean we're all supposed to start doing some of the things that, other people on here do. Let me see what Canola says. This is a black business. Black. Can't no white man or white woman comment on. Who are you talking about, Ken? Where? Oh, you mean James? James is from the black sector. TMZ says no morals. They're trying to get whatever they can to take. Ooh, morals. No morals. But what can you expect from certain people? What can you expect from them? You've seen their records. Okay, let me see. Ooh, I love a solid slobber. Ooh, I like hearing Deanna's drags. Have you had it? Like that? That is fun. You got some channels, you know you're gonna go and get a nice little. Oh, there's some noise in my back. Hold on. Yeah. Like I was saying, there's some channels you go to, you know you're gonna laugh. Think about it. You know when you go over there, you're gonna get a nice little kiki. Think about it. You're gonna laugh, have fun, click off feeling good and stuff. Right? You know you're gonna have some channels that is always drama. Sometimes it's fun drama though. But when it gets too much and they don't just continue going back and forth, they gotta be digging in people's business and stuff. It depends on what it is. Because like I said, I can't tell people how to fight. Because in a case, even like one that I looked at the other day, it's because of this, the person was just giving back what they received. You know what I'm saying? So I'll say my piece and how I think about stuff, but I say I can't tell you how to fight. Okay. TMZ says there's a white drama sector that doxes. So it's not really black issues, it's people in general. There should be boundaries, Rose. There has to be boundaries. It's getting worse every year. What is next? James says he comes for the entertainment here. What is next? What is next? We've seen people's dead moms. We've seen people's children. We've seen people's homes. We've seen where people work. We've seen people pull up at people's homes. We've seen people lose their jobs. We've seen and heard people call people's jobs. We've seen so many things on here. People driving past people's home, people getting tours at people's home, people turning up at people's place of employment. We've seen so many things happen here. We've seen people pulling up at people at the IHOP. We've seen so many things on here. I think this it's only fair for subscribers to have their viewpoint. They're the ones watching it, you know. It is okay. They're the ones watching, you know. Rose Bennett, you hit it. Love and Hip Hop. I used to watch Love and Hip Hop. I don't watch it no more. But it's the same type of thing over here for some things, you know, the drama of it all. You know what I'm saying? The drama that comes with it. Right, Mrs. Boyd, she cracks me up. She doesn't necessarily go into the vile type of things people do on here. Come on. Come on. I'm just saying. Do what you gotta do, Heat Wave, or anybody who has a mod stick. Um Mrs. Boyd says, I can't tell anyone what to do or say. People will do what they want, but what I can control is the attention I give to it. Right. Like, some people wouldn't even believe me. If I don't feel you, I'm not watching you. If I don't like you or what you stand for, I'm not watching you. It just is what it is. Right, Team AJ? It's just like um Love and Hip Hop. It's just like Potomac, Atlanta. It's all those ratchet shows. I used to watch even those ones. What they call that one when they love after lockup and all of those stuff. But the difference is, just like we watch those ratchet shows on TV, we can only watch. But the difference is we're watching ratchet on here, but we can type in the chats. You see what I'm saying? Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh! I got a call. Hold on. I don't even know who this is. Dang, I just got a whole telephone. I got a call a while ago. If only I could lie well, I would just continue the call. They were asking for Dr. What? I don't even know the name of the doctor. Listen, if I could lie well, I'll just have continued that conversation. And I'll say, yes, this is Dr. Rogers speaking. How may I help? But I couldn't do it. So I had to tell them it's the wrong number. I'm sorry. But that was funny though. Okay. How did I get my number? That was funny. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to play into it, but I can't. Okay. Shadi says, IHOP was my favorite because Shireen should have never been there. You know that my views were different. Yeah, it didn't necessarily go with the views of other people in the sector. My views were different. Shireen should have never gone there because those people are having their own meetups and whatever. Sly Jones tonight. I think I set a notification for 7. Shadi, what I said was she had no right to go there and interfere with those people who were there at IHOP doing whatever. So she was wrong. But then I look at it two sides like I always do for everything I do. However, once she walked off and she was leaving the establishment, VS also should have never hit her from behind. She actually got up and said, "There's no way she's coming here without wanting to fight," or something to that effect. I don't know. It's been years. So I look at it two ways. I don't look at it as only she got what she deserved. I'm looking at it as, the way it should be. You shouldn't have snuck up on her from behind to beat her. And Shireen is also wrong for going there. So it's two wrongs. And guess what? They didn't make a right. Two wrongs never make a right. That's how I looked at it. They were both wrong in my eyes. Some people would do street justice and be like, okay, you pulled up, you need to fight. But guess what? The law doesn't agree with you. The law doesn't agree with you. So I kind of looked at it a little bit different. You see what I'm saying? But like I say, everybody got their own views. Sly Jones, I have a notification. It's for 7. So we have a little bit more time. And we're gonna play our game tonight. And let's see. I want it to be two persons to come up and compete for a small cash app. Okay. So I got those questions ready. So let's see what happens. Okay. So we're doing that a little bit later. Hey Ronnie. So Bomb says if she would have just gotten there, VS would have been fine. I think, but her walking after her after the fact. I get it. I get it. He would have said no back in here. Yeah. So that is just my little 2 cents on what happened. I'll drop the link again. Do you guys agree with the whole thing about, oh, this is the beef sector? What do you expect? Should we do away with that line talking about it's the beef sector? What do you expect? Do you ever consider the impact of your actions on here? Is it that some of you who do the things you do, is it because you don't have nothing to lose? Like you don't have a job to lose, you don't have a house to lose, a husband to lose? Is it because you don't have a business to lose? Because you know you'll be home anyway, and YouTube is what you got to do to make your money, or you're living off wherever you're getting that money from. Is that the reason why you do the things you do? Is that the reason why you go out of your way to just, exude arrogance and bad judgment, hatred, hostility? Is that the reason why you don't practice self-control? Is that the reason why you don't practice humility, honesty? Is that the reason for it? Is that the reason why you act irresponsible? Because you know you have a few eyes? Is it because you didn't get a lot of attention while you were growing up and this is the most you've ever seen or had people look at you? It's the weirdest shit. If you people weren't so disgusting, some of you over here, you would know what I do or did in my lifetime. It meant hundreds or thousands of eyes looking at me, or I'm in control of what I do. I am in leadership positions. I'm not gonna come on here and act all dumb because I got a few more extra eyes on me. Please hold on. I got somebody in the back. Hold on. I can't even find my banner. I'm so cold, my finger. Hold on. Let me see who this is. Is that you, Heatwave?
Yes, it is.
Okie dokie. Hey, Heatwave.
Hey, girl.
What's going on?
You see, I'm modern away. I'm serious on my job, okay? Okay? I'm a real clown. How
He
you doing?
waves
I like
this.
your topic today. Hmm.
I'm doing good. I'm
This
doing
came
good,
just
Heat
at the
Wave.
right time.
Yeah, we're having a
Um,
little discussion
yeah,
on this whole thing about the beef sector. What do you
yeah.
expect?
The worst that I've
Hmm.
seen is yesterday. What happened to Brianna? Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think these people playing some really dangerous games. Because sometimes the person that you may think might be the least dangerous, or whatever, the people that you think is pickable. That's what I have to say.
One
That you
second,
may
Heat
think you
Wave.
right. That you may think you
What?
will
One
get.
sec. Heat Wave.
Okay,
1 second. Rhonda, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay. Well, okay. Let Heat Wave finish, and then you can say what you want. Okay, Rhonda.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
yeah. So
Go ahead,
hi,
Heat
Rhonda.
Wave.
Yeah. So the people, sometimes people is looking, and they figure out, okay, this person might be quieter, this person may be female, right? So okay, I'll get away with this person. So I think I could jump. Back in the days, I don't know. Um, all of us have an experience with school days, and this is what's coming back here. It's just adults, behaving like we're on the school grounds, right? So you're gonna be sizing up someone and say, you know what, I think I'm gonna get that person, or I could handle that person. But it's gonna be a day. I hope it don't happen. God forbid. You cannot do that. That's a lot of chance, because let me tell you something. The people who's coward, the cowards is the one who could do the most damage, because then you're gonna be everything is gonna be heightened in you. You understand what I'm saying? And that person,
Yeah.
she could have walked with anything, she could have had anything. So now everything is heightened on her, right? So it could be somebody's coming up, and that's putting other people's life in danger. It could be an innocent person just walking up to say something. Oh, I got a call.
Come through, Rhonda. I muted her microphone. Rhonda is getting a
Oh,
whole call.
okay.
Hold on.
So
Rhonda. Ooh, the call is still going on. I muted. Rhonda, I
okay.
muted you because is whether it's I don't know if it's an alarm or your phone. If you're getting a call, Rhonda. Let's see.
Ron, this is a very important
Oh, it
lady, okay?
stopped.
Play with Miss
Okay.
Randall. Yeah, so it's like somebody innocently could walk up and approach, trying to approach that person. But because what happened in the past, you understand, you're not gonna have somebody even get that close to you. You understand what I'm saying? And that could be somebody innocently.
Yeah, because
You
of what
understand
has
you see what I'm
happened to
saying?
them. Yeah, you're saying that because of what has happened to some people in the past,
Exactly.
people will be
Exactly.
innocent coming to them and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
genuine and stuff, but they don't want to deal with them because of what they've experienced, you
Yes.
know? I
And
get what you're
that's what end
saying.
up in court. That's what end up
Yeah.
in court. Somebody may lose their life. And when this is coming on and you're saying, look, this person had this experience, people may not want to hear about it, because they're gonna say it's just an excuse. You understand? But when your life, that is a dangerous, that's no game, that's dangerous. It's not me, and that have me, feeling away. You gotta say, what if that was you? You understand? Because now you have to turn around. You have to be more vigilant of your surroundings. Nobody should be walking like that. And you don't have security with you. What kind of bullshit is that? Sooner or later, people have to be walking with securities. Because I don't know what's going on, really and truly. But some of them think they're celebrities already. I'm not talking about Brianna's situation. Some of these people out here think that they're
Yeah,
celebrities already. Period.
they do. They do.
And they would
Rhonda,
never get the status staying here down here with us. So I don't know where let me. Anyway,
I
Rhonda, go
don't
ahead,
see them as
sweetheart.
let me oh, Rhonda fell off. Let me
She fell off. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link again. I don't know if she was talking or what happened.
Mm-mm.
I
Yeah.
see a comment here. Let me highlight it real quick. I'm me says, quick question with all due respect. How is this any different from when VS's son, Babe's daughter, Deanna, or Sean Bradley was being followed or photographed? I don't think it's any different. It's the
No
same
difference.
thing.
Same
It's the
thing.
same thing, and it's all wrong. It's
Same
all
thing.
wrong at the end of the day. It's
Same
all
thing.
wrong.
People is getting too
Nobody should be
close.
followed.
Come
Nobody
on,
should be
that's not
followed.
right. That's not right. Unless somebody's made an example out here, and then everybody's gonna be saying, "Oh, that was so. Oh, why you didn't say that? Oh, come on, come on." And sometimes the innocent pays for the guilty. You know.
Oh, you're talking about being photographed. You know what? I have two views on the one about being photographed. I thought about it as just two friends, like a friend saw somebody there, like, oh, guess who I saw today? And, showed it as a friend and it got out. That's what I thought when I saw that one.
Terrible, terrible.
But I do get what you're saying, though. It's no different. Her
Hmm.
situation is no different. Hey, free thinker. Her
Correct.
situation, hey, you gotta chill, is no different from anybody. Nobody deserves to be followed on here.
Correct.
Nobody deserves to, feel threatened on here in any way, shape, or form. Nothing. If you met these people here on YouTube and you were
Mm.
cussing them out, dragging them, whatever you're doing, keep doing it on YouTube. Why do you
Mm-hmm.
need to take it a step further? What's the purpose? What's the aim? What's the end goal?
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to find? What are you trying to do? Why are you paying people to take Bizarro's channel down?
Now that is pure wickedness.
Why?
Pure
And then we should
wickedness.
look at you as if you're somebody upstanding? Come on. You know what I also thought when I saw that thing with Brianna? I
Mm.
think it is possible that it's a subscriber. Okay.
Probably.
So maybe when she was on her way in the joint, they saw her. Maybe they're subscribed. Because remember now, she has thousands of subscribers. You don't know where your subscribers are. So
Yes,
maybe
that's
they
true.
saw her enter in the building or coming out of her car or whatever. And they're like, oh, that's Brianna.
Yeah, but
Okay, when
but
she's
wait a
coming
minute,
out, let me
Terry.
record it.
Why didn't they go and approach her then? Why didn't they call out to her if they meant no
Maybe
harm?
they didn't feel like doing it. Or maybe
Well,
they were
that.
cowards.
Mm.
Could be anything.
But you,
But the
you you
thing
you
is,
took the
they
time
went
to
a step
video.
further. They went a step further to send it to someone. Now
Exactly.
that's
So
the
that was
other
done
part to it.
maliciously.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yes,
that was
it was for
maliciously.
malicious intent. Yes.
They did that to humiliate her. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is.
So now we see a lot of people on here. Safety is something they got to think about on here.
Correct.
You know.
I mean, it says it's all well and good. Nobody got hurt. I mean, it say physically hurt. But mentally,
Let me see.
she have to be feeling away. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with it. I'm just speaking. It have nothing to do with like liking or disliking someone. I'm just putting it out there. You understand? That could happen to anyone, and it's not
Yeah.
right. The
Yeah.
way how it's done. Come on. I want to know if it's just a man. I don't even know. I don't even know.
I
I
heard a
don't,
female's voice in the back.
and then you
So I
got to
don't
be
know.
careful.
Hey,
And
Brixton,
you see,
babe.
that's the next thing when you out here. And you got to be careful what you're doing out here too. This is a dangerous place. This same social media, because when you pop in, if you're gonna pop a lot of ish, you understand what I'm saying? You're gonna attract those kind of people. You understand what I'm saying? And people might be sitting down and planning and say, if I only could see him or meet up to him, I would slap him. I'll do this. You understand what I'm saying? And then again, you don't have to do anything to someone for them to get a dislike for you. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. It's like a bunch of corruption, child. Bunch
Hey,
of
I'm that
corruption.
messy.
Because what people is looking at, like it's not a level. Like some people will get that will get that attention, and then maybe if it don't happen to their fave, they would not care. They would be keying. You see, and this is a real eye opener. You understand? That is not about faith. When something is wrong, we have to call it out, regardless if we like the person or not. That's how I look at it, and I'm including myself also in this.
I
We
agree
have
with
to
you.
call out the wrong when we see the wrong,
That
regardless
is
if you like
true.
the person or not. You know what I'm saying? And
And then
that's the
some
only
people
way
get
maybe a
upset.
message can go through. Yeah.
Some people get upset when you don't say stuff that they're thinking or feeling. You gotta remember, individuality is something that I, it's
Yeah, that
important
mean the
for us
popular
to
you're
have
gonna be
our own
popular.
views.
You know, they'll start
Yeah.
looking at you a kind of a way, and
Bricks
oh no,
Brixton Babe says, in all fairness, people
Mhm.
bawling about being followed are the same said ones who've done the same and worse. Oh
That's
wow.
true. She's absolutely right. Absolutely right. That's what I'm saying. What goes around comes around. You know, but I'm not saying it's right, and that's what I'm saying. We have to know what we're doing out here. Because you see these same people that love to call and say, pull up, and all this kind of nonsense, they're playing some games. They got a lot of sick people out here, and they have the papers to go with it. So you might be telling the wrong person to pull up, and all this kind of nonsense. It's not that deep. Because I'm not going to take a plane to go nowhere. The minute you leave, the safety, anytime you leave your point A to go anywhere, you're wrong. Right away, you are wrong. That's it. The case is over. So
Exactly.
anybody have to pull up, they'll have to come to me, knock on my door and all that shit. I ain't going to pull up to nobody. I don't know you. Who the hell I'm pulling up with you for what? This is not school time. Because anything, who got time to fist fight? It's going to be weapons involved. You don't know who have access and to carry and all of that. You can't play with people out here these days. Hmm. I hope nothing
Exactly.
happens, while I'm here, Just hope, things calm
Sharona
down.
says she wasn't followed. The people were already there because Brianna could tell what they
Okay.
had.
No, I
That's
don't know. That's some personal thing then. That's something personal.
You seen that? I me says, living in Atlanta, I've seen content creators that I'm subscribed to. Really? Okay.
Well, that's nice.
Okay. Cool.
You
Connie
want to
says,
tell the
imagine
truth?
going about your day. You wanted to say something? Go
No, go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
Connie says, imagine going about your day and you find out you've been recorded by someone in arm's reach of you.
Hmm.
That can't be a good feeling, Connie,
No,
especially if
cannot.
you're out with your family,
True.
you know,
True.
especially if you're out with your family.
True.
And this is what social media has done. People do any and everything for content. You
Yep.
get out of your house doing your own thing, and I'm not just talking about Brianna, anyone, the celebrities too. That's the culture. This is a culture that has been established to the point where everything they do makes content, and that is what people are doing. They could be going to the store doing their own darn thing and don't even know that their trip to the store
Yes.
is on social media.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
But you see, at the end of the day, they have security and all of that. They prepared for that kind of lifestyle. You understand? But you,
Yeah.
that maybe don't have two nickels to rub together. You understand? You're going about your business, and these things happening. And then what are you gonna do? Where you gonna get money for security? If you gotta work and you're not getting security, not security, you're not getting celebrity money. You understand? So
Mm-hmm.
what you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, we're out.
TMZ
It's just hanging out here. At the mercy. Anybody could
TM,
approach you and do anything.
TMZ says if it were a fan, thinking you mean if it was a fan of Brianna's, I doubt it would end up in the opposition's hand. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
was maliciously done. Exactly. And then the next thing too, you know what I'm looking at very, very, you see, that's what I said, you have to be careful what you're saying out here. Because that person have to be okay if the person was there and that's just accidentally that, it's just coincidentally that they just got there together. Or somebody who knows she frequent that place, and maybe she said she mentioned like sometimes she walk over there or she goes there how many times a month or whatever it may be, and they just know it's a pattern of behavior. Because I don't believe that that person just happened to be there when that person walk in, because you want to be so, you understand, take out the phone and let me video and let me do this, because it just comes so suddenly on you. So that I think is something that maybe probably they know of, somebody know of her her daily, her habits, and put that out
Maybe, or
there.
maybe they just happen to see her. It could be anyone. It could be because they know of her, where she goes and stuff, or it
Exactly.
could be they just happen to see her that night.
Mm,
It could be.
yeah, yeah,
But
that's
the
true.
thing is, I'm hoping that the person
Mm,
who put that video out that they're gaining some of that money from. If
mm.
that video is monetized, that it was uploaded, are they gaining anything? Did they get paid for it? Like what are
Okay,
you
Carrie,
gaining
this
from
is
it?
an yeah. Oh, sorry. There's the next thing too, right? Okay, let's say this is me, right? I know her from YouTube by seeing her there, and she come in there, right? Okay, I video. I didn't feel like walking up because I didn't know how she was gonna, what was gonna happen. Maybe I'm shy. I don't want, I don't want to approach, right? Why now? Okay, I have the video. Why would you send this said video and this just happened to the ops? Why? So to me, this was very well orchestrated. I'm telling you, this is
Mm,
not something because you got a video. You it's just okay. Hey, that is Brianna. You take a clip, right? You
mm.
video. Why would you within hours? Because I think that happened the next day or the same day that happened. So that's so fast. You're gonna think about, oh, let me send it here, let me send it there. Unless you know something, you know of her, you have to have some close relationship or someone have a relationship or had a relationship past tense and know of this person's living in a general. Listen, this person have to know her a lot more of her about her. And to me, this was set up. That's just
You
just putting
know,
it out there.
I'm happy that I'm that messy wrote this in the chat because I was thinking the same thing too. Because it could mean that there are more videos out there. They could have
Mm-hmm,
actually followed her. So maybe
mm-hmm,
we're just seeing that with her, getting her food
mm-hmm.
and getting into her car. But it could also mean that they followed her.
Yep.
So I'm hoping she was aware of her surroundings and stuff. And she also
Oh,
said something that was
ooh.
really dangerous. She said she left her car running. You don't do that. It doesn't matter if you think you're going to go somewhere for a quick minute. It only takes you a few seconds to close your car, to switch the engine off and do your thing. Never leave your car running. I've
Correct.
seen videos of people running into the gas station to get something real quick, left the car running, came out, the car was gone. You can see it on the video surveillance. Like if it takes you a couple seconds to get that, to switch off and lock up, do it. It's just a few seconds out of your life. Don't leave your car running like that.
Where I'm at, you'll get a ticket. You get a ticket for
Mhm.
that. They'll ticket you there. You know what? I just remember the lady, right? God rest her soul. Miss the Lady P, Lady T, Lady P. That was her name. That they said had drove around or took pictures of her
Yeah.
vehicle
I think
at
it's
one
Lady
time.
P. Mhm.
Shortly after that, if the chatter you could correct me, it wasn't shortly after that that lady died.
So we hear. So we
Okay, that
hear.
lady died shortly after that incident, right? Correct?
So we hear, but I don't know if it's true. We've heard
Okay,
that she passed. Yeah,
okay,
we've heard that.
okay. Because from the time I heard about that, right, then shortly after that lady died. Now I'm stopping to think and I said, suppose it wasn't that lady that took any picture because if this person was sickly and then shortly after she died, I can't, it's not making sense. Maybe the same person that took the picture of the vehicle is the said person that did this. Okay?
It's possible.
Because
It's
if
possibly it's the same person. It's possibly
yes,
that's it's just someone who happened to know her. Because remember, this
correct.
is YouTube. You don't know all
Mm-hmm.
the people who watch you. So that
Mm-hmm.
person maybe lived close by her or whatever, and they saw her and they're like, "Oh, isn't that Brianna that we see that we watch her channel?" So they waited till she was coming out, to take the
And they
video.
just use that other lady's name, as a pawn because we
Oh,
figure
you
out
mean
she's
for the
not gonna say
first the
anything.
first one at her
Yes,
first home? Okay.
correct, correct. That is somebody who knows about her because wait a minute. The vehicle that was at a different place of
She
residence.
loved somewhere else. She lived somewhere else the first time it happened.
Are you serious?
And then
Oh,
she
that is an
moved.
inside job. Oh no. Oh
and then
no,
she
that's
moved.
too much of coincidence. No, 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 no. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. No, that's too much of a coincidence on one person. No, no. The same person who did it the first time, that's the said person. That's a culprit right there. That's a said person. They use a different name to show people up because sometimes they're not going to tell you the truth. You understand what I'm saying? But that would be a damn shame if by at this time this lady was dying and they're slandering her name out here. You understand what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And knowing it was not her. Oh, people could be wicked. That's how I see it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just recently, I saw this girl crying, talking about she was sitting down eating. I don't remember the name of the thing. She was, enjoying her snack and stuff. And then she found out that she was on TikTok and she was crying. And I'm like, she said,
Oh.
all I was doing was sitting down and eating my, I don't remember the name of the snack. Why am I on TikTok? And she was so upset. She's like, I didn't ask to be on TikTok. All I was doing is trying to enjoy my snack. So people do anything for content,
Anything.
whether or not you want to be
Correct.
a part of it. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't ask you if you wanted to be a part of it. They want to do things for clicks and views so
Yeah.
badly that they don't even think about the person or what they're doing. Go
Yeah.
make your own content then if you want content on your page. So that was crazy what they did to that girl. She was so upset. So I know how this may feel for you to be doing your own thing and out of nowhere, you know, this happens. Newbiology says situational awareness is very important at all times. Pay
Yes.
attention to your surroundings. And also, when you can, break up your routine. Don't always
Yes.
travel the same
Correct.
place.
Correct.
Yeah, don't always go to the same
Correct.
store, those type of things.
Because then people could just follow your daily, and you got to be careful what you put out here, because at the end of the day, you don't know who is who. So you cannot say, "Look, I normally visit this place," because you see, you cannot take chances.
Yes, she did mention it's 45 minutes away.
See, lots of information,
And yes,
but not thinking.
I also have to say it was reported that she was, but I don't know because I'm not over there on the channels
Oh,
she frequents to know if she died or not. But I did hear
mm,
that she died.
sad. It's these people is doing anything now for, I don't know how much money they're getting paid, child. Must be a lot of dollars to ruin other people's lives and taking chances on their own, because it will be a day, an example will be set out here for all to look at. But if we could stop doing these things, why not stop it now? Because I don't care who say they weren't afraid or they're not feeling a way. You're a human being at the end of the day. You have to feel a way. You weren't prepared for that. That was the farthest thing from your mind. So now every time you leave your home to go anywhere, you'll be having to turn around, looking around, and people might be looking and say, did she forget something? What is she? Like a mad person looking around, and you'll be a little jumpy because now you're
Yeah,
gonna
you're gonna
you're
get
gonna be
paranoid.
afraid of somebody jumping up, run up on when run up to your back, attacking you from the behind. Cause what else for them to do? Come on.
I've experienced something similar. Well, not with the phone. It's just this crazy guy who was following me one day. It didn't last long because I got things I do, people I can call. So that didn't last for more than half an hour. But I know, well, maybe 20 minutes, if so much. And I had to make a few phone calls because I was watching. That person didn't know I was watching them following me and stuff.
Mm,
And I had to make a few phone calls, and that was dealt with and nipped in the bud right there.
good.
So I'm just saying this to say I know how it
Mm-hmm.
feels to, you know, be watched. You
Yes.
don't ask for it, but you got crazy people out here. They'll do
Correct.
anything,
Correct.
you know,
Correct.
they'll do anything. I
They're
don't even
doing
know
too
what that
much now.
person's intention was that day,
Hmm.
but I'm pretty sure if he found out who he was dealing with, that was funny now thinking about it. But I'm just saying, I know how it feels because you don't leave your home, thinking about, oh, I'm going to be followed today. How does it feel to, not be able to go out?
That could
You're
make you
going
have
out
to be
and
sitting
worry.
down on
It
somebody's
makes you
couch. You
get
understand what I'm saying?
paranoid.
because that's what
Yeah.
affect your daily life. It's gonna affect even you at work. Everybody will be like suspect. You understand? You'll be jumping. That's gonna affect you. And if you're working in like a retail, say you working in retail, every customer, everybody that come up to you, you're gonna be, come on, it's gonna affect you in some way or another. It's gonna affect you. But I
That's
hope
so
that's the
true,
end
Heat
of
Wave.
that.
I don't know what happened to Rhonda. Rhonda made her call hit her off the pat. Rhonda, if you want to come up, let me know so I can drop the link again. And anybody who wants to chip in, you can. You know what? It's just important that we understand, that morally shallow people, they're the ones who tend to draw more to social media use, I realize. People who have shallow morals, they're the ones who tend to want to show themselves up a lot on
Yeah.
YouTube or just social media in general. You know,
Well,
it,
it's
it
never a
is.
dull moment out here. People
It
will
is
lie, do anything for
crazy.
recognition. What can I say?
They do anything for views.
Anything and
You just want
everything.
to know that a set of eyes. Is that
Mhm.
your call also,
Yes, no,
Heatwave?
I'm getting the call. Okay, let
Okay.
me I'm gonna hit off now.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I want to thank James and Heatwave for clicking the link, letting us know what they think about the topic at hand. You know, it is a lot going on. And the more we allow certain things around us, is the worse it's going to get. The more we overlook some of the stuff that happens, I think. I'm not taking any sides. Let me tell you that. I'm not taking any sides. I was just thinking, while I had a little time, I was just thinking to myself that people are always saying, oh, it's the beef sector. What do you expect? Why do you think that because it's the beef sector, everybody has to, experience this type of thing? You know, what does it mean? Does it mean anything goes? There are no boundaries? Is that what you mean? What does that? I just want to know when people say this phrase, this statement right here, it's a beef sector, what do you expect? I want to know what they mean by it. I want to know what they mean. What do those words mean? I want to know what it means when you say it's the beef sector, what do you expect? Does it mean we don't have a moral code? What does it mean? Does it mean the lines of morality have become so blurred, sorry, that we don't want to understand that we need to set boundaries? Is that what it means? What are we thinking here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Especially when you think about the age groups of some of the people that do the things they do. What are what do you what is it that you hope to accomplish? What's the end goal? So these are some of the things that people are doing in pursuit of 5 to 10 seconds of, hold on, we got heat wave in the back. Hold on. Is that you, heat wave?
Yeah.
Okay. What do people mean when they say it's a beef sector? What do you expect? People are
Well,
so obsessed with the amount of likes that they can get,
mm-hmm.
that for their 5 seconds of fame or their one day of fame, views for that day, that they don't even realize that they're doing too much. They don't even feel guilt after doing some of the stuff they've done. They just do it and keep moving on like nothing happened.
Correct. And
They're
it's
not
getting
concerned
worse.
about whether or not they're destroying other people's lives. They don't understand. They don't care. They
Well,
don't even have this instinct to say, okay, these. You
well,
know what? People will reap what they sow.
correct.
Okay,
Correct. Correct.
that's all I gotta
That's
say.
the only thing you have to leave it up and say, because nobody could control what another person is gonna do. You understand what I'm saying? To each his
Yeah,
own, because we have a lot of, everybody have their own personality, the way how they're gonna think, they're gonna act, and everything else. Um,
yeah,
you could have people preaching out here. and will tell you don't go across the street there because this is going to happen. And you might have 50
Hmm.
people here. At least 20 is going to stay and say, no, I'm going to cross that street. So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what
Yeah.
it is. Some people is going to take that as a message, as something, look, this is wrong. I'm not going to make these mistakes because I'm learning from what just happened. And some people going to say, oh, what the hell? I don't give a damn, because that's how most people, most of the
Yeah.
people may live their lives, so they don't really care, you know.
Miss Cruiser said, because I was asking this question earlier, and I asked the question, what do people mean when they say it's the beef
Oh
sector? What
Lord.
do you expect?
Sorry, sorry,
Miss
sorry.
Miss Cruiser, oh, she has to drop off. Miss Cruiser says it means anything goes. Expect nothing decent. Set boundaries will not be honored. Thank you for letting me know what you think about that, Miss Cruiser. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Red Wing says he stays prepared because of some of those documentaries he's watched. Okay, I got it. I got it. So I think Miss Cruiser pretty much summed it up. You know, whenever we hear people say it's the beef sector, what do you expect? It means anything goes. Do not think that you're gonna find anything decent happening. Do not believe that there are no boundaries here. And if there are any boundaries, they will not be honored. Mrs. Boyd says, myself included, we, myself included, have allowed a lot of crazy shit to go down, to go on, sorry, to where it's created a lot of monsters. Yeah, because even some of the people on here who do the things they do, they were never like this. You'd have thought that if somebody doxed you or made you feel some type of way on here, you know how bad it made you feel, you know how upset you were, that you would be the one looking out for other people. You would be the one saying, you know what? I don't like the way it made me feel when they doxed me. I don't like the way it made me feel when they did this or did that. So, you know what? I'm not going to let anybody else feel the type of pain that I felt. You know what I'm saying? Kenna says there's never been a moral code in this sector. If it was, then there would be no doxing. Linda B says the frequency of some of these extreme behaviors seem to have increased and it's troubling. Oh, Lavon says, I have and will pull into a business parking lot when the police pulls me over. That's what Red Wings was talking about earlier. Kenna says they call people's jobs, their parents, their children. They affect people's living arrangements and so on. It's a lot. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. New Biology says it's a cop out. That means anything go. Ooh, New Biology. New Biology says the statements that it's the beef sector. What do you expect? To her, it means anything goes until it happens to me. So anything could go, but then when it happens to you, we're supposed to feel bad for you. Hey, Vibrant Low. Girl, I'm coming back on here in 2 hours to play the game, Vibrant. Sly Jones says he'll be back for the game. Sly Jones is not interested in the mess. Okay. Or the beef sector stuff. Linda B. I'm sorry. Linda B says that's why I drop out on some chats or unsubscribe if it becomes a regular thing. And I never watch or subscribe if I detect evil on a CC. Kenna says it to hey the hood table. For some, it gives them a sense of significance. Right, Lavon? You like Miss Cruiser's explanation of it? Hey, Michi. Hey, everybody coming in. I appreciate you all for being a part of the conversation. I just wanted to come on here and talk about it. You know, vibrant. They're not that hard. They're not that hard. Some of them you may know them already. So we're gonna play that in about 2 hours. I already set the schedule for it, so I'll be coming on back later on to watch it. But that is it. Most of the one of the reasons why I find it funny over here, for when I just started to watch, I was like, um, I was watching and I'm like, people do these things. Like when I first came in this area, because I was watching Lovely T and, what's her name, her face. We know where everything started. I was watching Armand. I was watching Lovely T. I was watching Kaya and TS. I was there for the whole Star Marie thing. I was watching. I was in and out of some of the people who are here in the sector and stuff. You know, I was watching a lot of review. Well, not a lot. A few channels that reviews of the ratchet shows that I watched. You know, even one that I first started out with, her name is what's the name of it? The Voice for the People. I used to be in her chats a long time ago, girl. Her channel has pretty much changed. She posts on different people who are well known in the social media spaces and stuff. But I've been around for a while, and I don't like stick in, and watch a lot of channels. But I'll be popping in and out. And some of the things that I've seen on here, it's been really bad. It has been really bad. And it's never too late for a shower of rain. It's never too late for some of you to change some of the things you've done. If you've been involved in certain things, it's okay. It's a new year is fast approaching. You can change. It's okay. Hey, royalty. Hey, everybody coming in. I appreciate the support. Thank you. I appreciate all, people coming in and supporting the conversation that we've been having so far. I don't think there's anything else to discuss. What else? Did we miss anything? That's about it. I just wanted to talk about that, and see what your views were on this situation. The highlight of the week was the situation with Brianna. I don't know if Lady Nika changed her mind because I saw her title today. I haven't been able to watch it just yet, but I saw the title of her video. I hope she changed her mind. I haven't been able to click on it. I saw a little bit of Food Junkie today. Go catch Food Junkies live for those who didn't get to see it. Food Junkie was the temperature was hot over there today. Okay. Go over there. Let me see what's going on here. Sincere says this mess is intrusive, weird, stalker like in nature, and a straight violation of one's personal space and privacy. I agree with you, Sincere, especially the part that says stalker like in nature. It sure is. Just imagine what some of these celebrities have to go through out here and how hard it is, how what they have to go through before they go out. If they want to make a quick, trip to the store. Hold on. We got somebody in the back. I think it's Miss Cruiser. Hold on.
Hey,
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 Miss Cruiser.
hello.
Hi,
Were
Miss
you?
Cruiser.
Hello, everyone in the chat. Happy Tuesday. Were you about to leave?
Tuesday. You can go ahead. We had a few
Okay.
minutes ago. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm at work, so I was in and out catching bits and parts. But yeah, I'm doing a major slide back from the beef sector because I just believe that when we support certain things, indirectly support it, we're in a sense saying that it's okay. And we're not condoning it, but neither are we condemning it. And so it makes it open season on everybody. That's my opinion. And it's always been this way. People acting like it's just getting this way, but it's always been this way. We've just
Yeah,
kind of shielded our eyes to it and say,
yeah,
well, if I'm not doing it, then at least I'm not doing it. But we support people, and all of us. Not, and I'm not pointing the finger at anybody. Pointing the finger at myself, even though I don't dox, even though I would never do certain things, supporting people, being on panels with certain people, you know, is okay in the whole is okay in it all. And even being in the beef sector, it's like I don't know. I just started feeling. I really started feeling some kind of way about it on Sunday. But it's just the feeling is just getting worse. And this is not the first time I felt this way. That I'm like I don't need to be around here. Why am I even around here? But yeah, I understand what you're saying. The only resolution is not going to change. The only resolution
yeah,
is to kind of separate yourself from it. And
yeah.
so I'm trying to, and it is a bad habit. It's hard to
I've
stop a
questioned
bad habit.
myself before, Miss Cruiser. I've questioned myself before. I'm
Yeah.
like, why are you watching these things? I've done it a few times, but then I have a few people that I really like on here. So I
Hmm.
still, and I do get
Yeah.
the little fun part of it and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I do question myself sometimes, like some of the stuff that I watch and
Hmm.
stuff. So I get what you're saying. I
And I
do.
don't mind, the roasting gags, your big head, or something like that, but when it starts, people on your community board, calling folk, if you say something back, I'm gonna call you daddy, and all of that. When it gets to all of that, that's when it becomes like, I don't want to be around here. I don't
I
want to
remember.
be around here.
I'm sorry. I
Mhm.
remember one day I was watching, maybe a year or two ago. I don't remember how long it was, and I'm gonna call. It's okay because it's fine. Lady Nika, I think, was supporting what's her name that does nails. I don't see her around a lot. What's her name? She did nail. There was this lady. I think Lady Nika was only supporting her, and that lady took the info from Lady Nika supporting her to try and put her whole house out there, her telephone number out there. I'm trying to remember the name. Goddess. It was Goddess. Yeah. And I'm like, so you're going to tell me that this lady supporting you and your endeavors, your business endeavors, and something happened that you didn't like and you proceeded to give her info out, her phone number out, her whatever out. Those things make no sense. Trying to show where she lives to put her home, put her family in danger. It made no sense. And these are some of the things that I'm looking at. I'm like, it's too much. When is too far? When is it considered too far? If you have a problem with her on YouTube, continue to talk to her about it on YouTube. Cuss her out if you want to.
Mhm.
But why do 30 thousands of other people need to know where she lives? You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
When it gets to I want to hurt you, when it goes from I'm gonna hurt your little ego, you hurt your little feelings, like like I said, calling names and your Harry Potter head. I don't know, to I'm gonna go beyond and I'm gonna hurt you worse. Then that's when it's too much. And I agree with the hood table. Say people, it's been like I've said that. I agree with the hood table. It's been like this. It ain't just started being like this. It's been like this since I've got to the beef sexer in 2018. It's been like this. So it ain't like it just started today. Um, and I'm always questioning myself, and saying, why am I here? And I'll pull back and go on back to some other things, but I'll find myself right because it's entertaining. Some of it
It
is
is.
entertaining until they start, putting children on. Until they start talking about children and putting children's pictures up and putting other people's children pictures up and putting out people's address and putting out people's phone number and I'm gonna show you. Let me ride you past such and such house. And when it starts being that, that's when you know I don't like it. That's the parts I don't like.
And not only the content creators are guilty of it, the subscribers too. And also, I'm still saying this: what if one content creator does it to one person? Isn't it fair for the other person to, you know, respond to them with the same treatment? So that's also another point. And that is why sometimes I say I can't tell people how to fight. Because if
Hmm.
one CC comes out of nowhere, putting your info out and stuff, I can't tell the other CC to who's responding not to show pictures also. You see what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So they can return the favor. Return,
but it shouldn't even get to that. It shouldn't
it shouldn't
even
have gotten
it
there in the
it, it should
first
have never been
place.
there in the first place. Um, and then with people saying, well, it's like being a celebrity. When you're a celebrity, they take pictures of you, blah blah blah, out in public. It's not illegal. And then they wonder why people don't really want to use the avatar, don't really want to share themselves. I'm not ashamed of who I am and what I look like at all. But I don't
Hmm.
want nobody to get used to my face and see me somewhere and take a pic. Listen, I don't like,
Right.
if I'm out with my friends or my sisters for Thanksgiving. Me and my sisters took some pictures. And I said, look, don't post those nowhere unless I approve them. I want to see them. I want to look cute in it. I don't want to be
Right.
looking to the left and the camera's to the right, or there's something sticking up on my head, or I got a piece of cake still on my lip. So that's the same thing if I'm out. If I run out to the local market, I don't want you taking a picture of me if I got my hair wrapped up in a baseball cap on. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it makes you say, well, I'm not going to come on live. I'm not going to, people say, we want to see you and talk to you and engage. No, because then you'll see me out and think you have rights to my personal time.
Right. Right. There you go.
And I'm going to tell you
Video.
another thing that it hurts around here, and people just don't know how true this is. There are people in the beef sector that's in the position of helping people. And I'm not talking about helping with advice, I mean helping people, whether it be jobs, whether it be resources. But if you help somebody, you might get jacked up. You know what I'm saying? So all of this prevents folks from doing things that they want to do that could be helpful because you might be punished for helping. You know what I'm saying? Because now your name's
Exactly.
out. Now your name's out. Now your position's out. Now you're out.
Right. And people don't know that a lot of people up here in the clouds, they don't drop down in the chat. So they're not the regulars that people know. A lot of professionals watch. A lot of people who you'd be surprised the career that they're in. You'd be surprised the type of people who watch the beef sector. You'd be surprised, like you said, Miss Cruiser, about people who have resources, the wherewithal to help some of these people on here who obviously need jobs, the amount of time they spend on here, who
Mhm.
obviously need,
Yeah.
a sense of direction, just a way
Mhm.
forward so they could see that, there are other options out there,
Yeah.
but
Right.
it just
Right
is what it
among
is.
us, talking to us every day. Right among us. I mean, really, really, really. But it is what it is, and I can't change it. So when you can't change anything. That they say, if you can't beat it, join it. Well, I'm not going to join it. I can't beat it. I mean, I can't change them, and I'm not here to change anybody. And when you don't like something, you just walk away. So and I'm addicted. So it's walking away is not that easy because I'm addicted. I ain't gonna
It is
lie.
easy for me. I'm not necessarily leaving, but sometimes when things get too crazy on here, I watch a lot of skits and sketches or whatever. So you'll see me sometime post them on my wall. I go to other sectors. So if there are some things happening in here that I'm not interested in, especially if it's a manufactured beef or some stuff that is way too vile, I go on over and I go watch other things. I got other happy places that I go in the sector. So I just go over there. And then when
Yeah.
I feel like I just check back in over here in the sector, you
Same.
know?
Because
Yeah.
I need my church folks to get tuned up again, so I can go over there and gossip and cut up because yeah, I can't do this. And we get riled up. We get riled up, over we kind of argue, but
It happens
well, I don't
almost
know. We
every
sue each other over there. We taking
Ooh,
each other to court and whatnot.
ooh. It's still messy.
Yeah. So
Probably
I guess
not as
that ain't
bad.
much better, huh? But yeah,
Look
I don't
at
know.
all the drama in the church. There's always drama in the church. Okay. New
Oh yeah.
Biology wrote a post. She says, "Is there such a thing as an unforgivable offense around here? Because some of these passes handed out perplexes me. What are some of the maybe she doesn't want to, but I get. What are some of the things on here that you would never forgive somebody? One thing for sure, I would never forgive somebody for taking somebody close to where I live. Never. It doesn't matter how they explain it. I would never forgive. I would never forgive someone who lies on me because I hate to be lied on. So those are the two things. So those are unforgivable, givable for me. New biology. What do you think, Miss Cruiser?
I don't know whether there's anything that anybody can do to me on YouTube that I couldn't forgive. I'm a forgiving person. I believe in forgiving. So overall, the only thing that anyone can do to me that I would have problems forgiving is if you touch one of my children or if you harm one of my children in any way. That's something I would have to struggle and lay on my face to forgive. Mostly anything else I can probably get over. Now, having said that, forgiving someone does not mean that you're going to have access to me anymore. Once you learn who somebody is and you know who they are, you know how to treat them accordingly. Not that you don't forgive them, but for example, if I had a neighbor who had a dog that bites, I know not to put my hand over that fence. You start just treating them accordingly to who they are.
There's some people that just can't be forgiven. There are some people where it's a blessing that if they do something to you, you can find the courage to walk away because it's better for you. It's like it's it is something that helps you at the end. It's like you're releasing something that should never have been a part of you. That's how I look at it. Some people may look at it like even in regular day to day life, you don't talk to some people because of an experience you may have had with them. It's just you preserving yourself. It's just you deciding that you're not going to let something or somebody affect you. So I'm not the type of person if you do something to me and it's over, it's just over. There's no going back and forth or trying to figure out, oh, how are we going to resolve this? That's not me. I'm done. If you've done something really bad, even if I may not be a I don't know how to explain. Even if we may not, be angry at each other and stuff, I know what you give, so I'll stay away from you. Let's put it that way. I
And
know
that,
what you give.
yeah, Nubiology just said that. No problem, but no access.
Sums it up right, new biology. I know
That's
what you
exactly
give.
what I mean. Yeah.
Right.
I'm
There you
I'm gonna
go.
forgive you because I don't want to walk around with unforgiveness in my heart. But you won't if I know that's the person that you are, if you do something to me and you don't do it by mistake, like wasn't something that was a mistake or unintentionally, that's just the person that you are, then yeah, I'm gonna separate myself from you. I'm gonna forgive you, but yeah, we can walk away in peace. And I have walked away from a lot of people on YouTube in peace. It's funny that people don't know that you can walk away from somebody and never have to have a conversation about it. Like you don't have to come on and talk about it. I walked away from two people and there was never a conversation about it. Nobody knows because nobody don't need to know. It's not important.
Right. And you did it for yourself. So,
Yeah, we can walk away in peace. Both people. It's like, and I commend them too because they haven't said anything because it wasn't for everybody else. Whatever our issue was, it was the two of us. It wasn't everybody in the peace
correct.
sector.
Yeah. Lady
But I'm not out
TS,
here looking for content though, so that's the difference.
yes. Some people would have mailed that. Okay. They would have mailed that walking away. They would have had reasons why. They would be telling you, oh, this is when I noticed so and so, or they would be milking that. Lady TS T-shirts and design says, do you guys believe the people in here are displaying their true self? Or is it okay? Or is it okay? Is it a facade for them? I don't think I don't think majority of them do not show their true self. And that is why earlier on I was saying a lot of these people on here when they click that end broadcast button, they are miserable in their real lives. They only come on here and pretend to be someone they're not because they got to do certain things to get exposure. They got to do certain things to get the clicks, to get the views. They're doing it for the numbers. And that they don't and in the midst of it, they don't show who they really are. That's what I think. Some people on here that I watch, they are true. They are true with it. They are very true. They are who they are on and off camera. I can tell. So it's both. Some people are bitches and they show it. Some people can't help themselves, Lavon. They are what we see. They display their
Yeah.
true colors on here. Okay.
I
They
don't
don't
think
know
that you can
no
drastically change your personality. You know what I'm saying? A portion of what we see is us. You know what I mean? But I do believe that some people come on and play a little tougher than what they are in person, would they say half the stuff or do half the stuff that they do. That's one thing. Some people come on and of course act like they have more than what they have. You know what I'm saying? So, but what personality that you see come out, if they are a nasty, mean, hateful person on here, they're probably a nasty, mean, hateful, hating type person off.
or
Whatever
maybe
that personality is.
or maybe they developed it over a period of time while being on here. Do you think that could be possible too?
I
They
don't think.
develop that persona, taking a little bit from here or there based on some of the experience they've had on here and what people have done to them, may have caused them to start behaving certain ways. added to their already, sick selves that they.
I
So,
heard Sir King say one time that he said the beef sector has taught me even things in life, and it's caused me to be cold. If a computer, if an application can change who you are in your personal life, that means you didn't have much of a personal life. Because no matter how upset somebody make me on here, and people have upset me, they have annoyed me, and all of that. I'm not a computer. I have emotions. They have, but my life offline is much more important and so much more full that there is no way I'm going to let anything that happened among. Listen. I like all y'all. I love some of you, but y'all ain't gonna be y'all strangers now. If y'all little profile name and avatar disappear and I never see you again. So I'm not gonna let you affect my real life, my offline life. So yeah, I mean, nothing happened on here. Maybe it should make you cold and more guarded on in the beef sector itself, but not in life. It shouldn't change your life if you already have a happy, fulfilled life offline.
I see what you're saying. Hold on, Miss Cruiser. Newbie's in the back. Hold on.
Hey,
Is
hey,
that you,
it's
newbie?
me.
Hey, newbie.
Hey,
How you
newbie.
doing? Hey, Miss Cruiser. Hey, Chad, Carrie.
Hey, newbie. Let me put Mama D also.
Okay.
Mama D, I don't know if you want your camera on, so I'm gonna wait till I see, and then I'll bring you up because your camera isn't off, and I don't know if you want to come up like with it on. Go ahead, newbie. Oh, she's ready. Hold on.
Okay.
Is that you, Mama D? You're muted. Let me hold on. Is that you, Mama D? She may have a little delay, so it happens. Mama D, is that you? You are unmuted, but we can't hear you. Do you want to drop down and come back, Mama D? Okay, I'm gonna remove her until she comes up. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. When I was trying to connect, I don't know where we were in the conversation, but I was coming up to speak about, I think Lady Tia's comment about people. Is this the real them that we're getting on YouTube? And Carrie, I think I talked to you before about the fact that I had a friend in my actual life who is a YouTuber and I didn't realize it. And until some things that they say, it just kind of, they don't come on screen, and their YouTube persona is, we just gonna call it wild and ratchet.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember
Mhm.
you saying that.
And in their actual life, they are a high school counselor. Okay, very pristine, very proper. And I was talking about this with somebody else, and they made an interesting comment that is the principal the real personality, or is the ratchet wild person on YouTube the actual personality? And the more I thought about it and looked at the situation, it could very well be that, because they get to, like, what am I trying to say? The proper, upright, buttoned up person is who they have to be to get their money. That's what they do for a living. They have to be contained
Wow.
and controlled.
Wow.
But that crap talking, wild, loud person, that's more of who they really are. I believe that now. That's who you are, but you don't get to be in your real life. So you bring it to YouTube. You
Ooh,
understand
newbie.
what I'm saying?
Ouch. But go ahead. Ouch. Go ahead. That's not, you doing good.
I'm just saying, and then the thing of people changing, you adapt to your environment, but nothing can change me and who I am or how I fight except me. If I don't, I hear people say, well, I put pictures of their kids out because they put pictures of my kids out. That's not how I fight. You could put 11,000 pictures of my kids out. I'm not going after your children because the fight is with you. You cannot change the way I fight. if that makes sense. It's, I don't get that. I done it because you done it. No, you done it because you wanted to. I gave you a reason perhaps to do what was already in you. You cannot get blood from a turnip. Okay, I'm done.
Just Andrea agrees with you.
I agree with her too. I agree. I agree. We have to act a certain professional way at work. When she was talking, I was thinking about it. You ever go to like a holiday party and away from work, and you and your coworkers go down to the lounge or whatever, and you be seeing things out of your coworker you don't see at work. You be like, whoa.
Right.
Right.
That's why
You're
I
like,
said, ouch.
ooh, thank you.
This
Mm-hmm.
the real me.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it. I have seen it. So I get what you're saying. Newbie, that person chose counseling. Are they good at it? That's the next question. So you're gonna tell me that they never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I remember when you
And
spoke about that person.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. I think that subscribers get way too caught up with the person they're watching, to the point that nobody else, like, let's say if I'm a very Carrie fan, and that's the truth. I'm a very Carrie fan, and I go somewhere else, and somebody has an opinion about Very Carrie. You know, I'm gonna get all upset. Now I'm a beef with that person. We need to be mature adults
Right.
and not get so caught up. And it's just like people do it with TV too. You will actually hear people fight over Cardi B or whoever her opponent is.
Hmm.
It's like you don't
And
know
politics
anything.
too.
Huh?
And for the politicians too. I'll never do that shit.
Well, I can kind
Mm-mm.
of understand it a little bit better for the politicians because, in a sense, they affect our lives. But celebrities don't
Exactly.
affect our lives,
Right, right,
whether I like R. Kelly or not. This
right.
ain't gonna
Right.
change
I
my
put a
life.
post on my Facebook.
Especially those who are rap like they're going at it, a whole rap battle between two artists. You got people getting upset about, whose side they're picking and stuff. And you got those people fighting for each other. Yes,
Right.
Lamont, religion too. Yeah.
The
I get
Beehive is a great example of that. I pray God that
ooh,
these people are getting paid to be
ooh.
Beyonce's public PR people. Good Lord. If you want to be
Beyonce's ooh,
entertained, just write a post anywhere saying something disparaging about Beyonce and watch what happens.
they will attack you, girl. They will attack you, and Beyonce doesn't even know not one of them. It's
Right.
not like
So,
Beyonce is gonna see them in real life and be like, "Hey, hi, whatever." She doesn't know you. Why are you out here banging for this woman that does not even know you? I understand you like the person and stuff. Don't get too invested in these people's things to the
Mm-mm.
point that you're gonna attack others verbally. They will even go as far as to dox you. You hear me?
mhm.
Right.
They will do that.
because
That is
you
how
you
they are. They're
because you
Thing
have
battle.
an
about it is that
you
you
have an
have
opinion.
people. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just agreeing because you have an opinion against their favorite content creator who they really don't know. Then yeah, they want to start not liking you and having bad thoughts about you. And sometimes it's just that it's an opinion. It ain't you because see, ain't none of these people my friends. So it's like
Mhm.
I can come over here with Very Carey and I can still have an opinion about Very Carey. That doesn't mean I'm talking behind her back or flip flopping. We all on here giving opinions. It ain't that
Yeah,
serious. It ain't that strong. It's just it
yeah.
just gets so silly, and sometimes we have to check ourselves and ask ourselves, okay, am I thinking reasonable here?
Lady Tia says, "Can you guys give a little feedback on my last question you missed? Did I miss another one? Oh, where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Did I miss another question? Hmm. I don't see another question. Do you mean you want to type it again? Okay, here we go. Is that the same one? I think we did answer this one. Right? We did, right? Unless you mean this comment that you have here. She says she's with you on that one, Miss Cruiser, but I do think people have been hurt down here, and it may have made them change in how they fight back because they are staying around. Is that what you're talking about, Lady Tia? Some people on here they've been hurt and they talk about it, but those people who are were hurt, they end up hurting people, and that is why there's this thing that says hurt people, and
Mhm.
that goes to show. You would want to think that because of how you were hurt, you would make sure you don't, do the same thing to other people. But these people are hurt and they're hurting other people. Somebody hurt you and you're passing it on to someone. Come on. Mama
If
D,
I
I don't
ever
know
get
what
to the
happened. You
point where
can come
somebody
back,
hurt,
Mama D. I'm sorry.
if
Go ahead.
if I get to the point where somebody hurt me with words, to the point where it starts to get in me, it's time for me to leave.
Mm.
It's time for me to leave because that's again, this is supposed to be entertainment. That's what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be serious life. It's entertainment. We're all strangers to each other. So it should not get in me that hard to where I want to hurt somebody. Now, let me say this. Having said that, let me say this about Miss Cruiser. If I feel threatened, not because of emotions, but if I feel threatened, I'm going to retaliate.
Mhm.
That's anywhere. That's just normal. That's just human nature right there. But as far as somebody called me a big bubble head, I ain't coming trying to fight you. I'm not trying to dox you. I'm not trying to find your mother, your father, your kid. I'm not doing all that because I'm not that emotionally invested in it.
Right.
Right. But what I'm saying about as far as the kid dragging and the kid doxing and all of the things, Miss Cruiser and Barry Carey, I'm saying imagine a street fight, Miss Cruiser, me and you fighting. Our kids are out there and we're fighting. And I tear off and smack your daughter. Are you gonna smack my daughter or are you going to annihilate me?
I love you, newbie, but I'm gonna beat your ass.
I'm gonna annihilate
Oh,
you, girl.
that's
You
what I'm saying.
touch my
That's
daughter.
that's the thing that I'm saying. You
Right.
dox my children or talk about my children. I'm still not going to
Mhm.
talk about your kids. I'm going
Right.
after your ass.
I'm gonna take it a step further. My daughter needs to come down here and amen this. When my kids would get picked on, this is the truth before God. When my kids would get picked on, and I would be trying to resolve it with the school and resolve it with the kid, I get tired and I go to that parent house, try to catch that parent
Mhm.
in the drop off
Oh,
line, and I would
oh.
tell that parent, let me tell you something. Every time your child come up in my child's face, here come my daughter. She could tell you. Every time your child come in my child's face, I'm gonna get you. Courtney, would I do that? Yeah. Did I go to the lady's house? Yes, I did. I went to. I said, let me tell you something. Every time my child gonna ride this bus with no problems. And when your child mess with my child, I'm coming here. And that lady was not, she would not open that door. Somebody was out there. That lady out there want to talk to you. She was like, I ain't going out there to talk to her. No, I'm not going after a child. I'm coming for you.
Exactly.
That's off limits. My children is off limits. But no, I'm not gonna fight no
Absolutely.
child or hit no child. No, I'm gonna go straight to the parent.
Right. Ooh, Miss Cruiser, you were as any parent would. You went through the right process first, right? The right avenues first. You try to work it out at school. If nothing happened, nothing changed, you had to step in because that's your
Mhm.
child. You don't want to
Yep.
know that your child is
Mhm.
uncomfortable because of somebody else's, child. You see, I get it. But you wouldn't want to hurt the child though. You go to the parent. So
Exactly.
that was the right thing to do. Hmm.
Exactly. And Miss Cruiser, I'm right there with you on that. Listen, the school system here, they were so happy when my last son graduated and then, but I have a bonus baby. He don't have my last name. He ran into a little trouble. I said, tell them who your mother is. They don't know.
As that, honey, they glad
Newbie,
them
they
little
know you at
cruisers.
that school.
They
Oh
glad
yeah,
them little cruisers up out of them at their school. She got any more babies? No, she just had three. Okay, them cruisers are gone. Child.
You were raising hell up in that school. Jeez. Newbie said, "Let them know who your mom is." Oh Lord. Ooh, Ken has a whole different view. Let's see what Ken says. Oh no, Ken. Ken says I'm gonna meet that child and make them get their parents. I'm different. So Ken has a whole different view. I'm with going directly to the parents, you
I
know,
don't like
because
I
children
don't
are
like
children.
fighting. I don't like fighting people I know I can beat. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I can beat I mean, why fight something I know I can beat? It's like, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Let me go size up something my size. Let me go make this even. And I guarantee the parents will tell their kid, leave that child alone. That woman coming up in my house, leave that child alone. They'll say it.
You're getting more problems that way, Ken, if it's a child, especially if they're, like a minor or whatever. If they're really young, it depends. You know, there's a saying that well, you guys won't understand it. There's a if you can catch the one part of the family, you catch the other one. I think that's the one that Ken is saying right here. If somebody bothers my child, I'm gonna beat their child up. That's what Ken is saying. But Ken,
Mhm.
try the parent first.
Right.
Size up with an adult first. That'll be your best bet. Ken says he's a whole different person. Hold on, let me see. Cause I know you don't want nobody messing with your child, and whatever they feel, you feel. Come on, that's yours. So you don't want them to feel no kind of discomfort or anything. So I get that you're gonna want to protect them, but you gotta also protect your back whilst protecting your child. So you gotta be careful.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna do your child much good if you in jail, if you locked up. Because
That.
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna do if you hit a minor. You hit a minor, you're gonna get locked up. And so, it ain't gonna be. I don't know how much I can raise my kids. I mean, my kids, I'm locked up
From
behind. So I'd rather
jail.
go and get that parent. That's even.
Now
You
there
know.
are some children that try your patience, because I got one. My grandbaby has picked up a bully, a little boy that's bothering her at school, and I'm about ready to throw on a uniform and put some bows and a bang in my head, and go up there and beat the devil, beat
Oh
him.
my god.
But no, I can't do that. I gotta handle it another way.
Oh my god, look at the Hood Tables commentary in here. Oh my goodness, look at that shit. The Hood Table says I was banned and barred from all sports events at all the high schools in our district one time for
Oh
three
Lord.
months over me going at the coach's neck when my oldest son was in high school. Ooh. Did the coach do something to your son? Ooh.
It
The
get
Hood
rough around.
Table.
It get rough around them football games. It be like that. It be like that
Ooh.
sometimes. I got in trouble. I was at a game. It was a away game. My daughter was a cheerleader. My youngest daughter, cheerleader. And everybody know I love football. I love football. So they're playing the game, and this ref was just like cheating, like it was a horse collar. He let that go, but then it was like he called a personal foul on the other dude. They're like, you ain't see that horse collar? So I'm out there yelling at the ref. I'm like, are you blind and dumb? I'm just talking junk. So the officials came down around and they was talking to the guys behind me and said, hey, you can't do that. We get complaints about you yelling at the refs. And the guy was like, that ain't me, that's her. I
Mm.
just kind of dropped
Ooh.
my head and kind of
Ooh.
look around. So
Ooh.
he gave me a good talking to. And he said, which one of those out there your son? Well, the little girl over there is my cheerleader over there is my daughter. I was behaving after that. I was behaving.
Miss Cruiser. I'm done. I am done. Miss Cruiser, is that how you get at the games? Oh Lord. Just imagine if and the Hood Table. I can imagine you guys. Ooh. Canola said Miss Cruiser sounds like she doesn't play about her children. No, neither should any parent.
Right.
Neither should any parent.
That's my children are the most valuable thing I have. Nothing else
That
I have matter. And my mother was like that. My mother was the same way, honey. You couldn't say nothing to her. She was just, my grandma had to talk to her and say, now your kids ain't perfect. You gotta stop. You're gonna have to let some of that go now. But yeah, my kids is everything. Even now they're grown, they're old, and I still will
Exactly.
wring your neck.
I try not to be that, not my baby, not my sweet thing. I try not to be that parent, but we'll do that when we get to the house. I don't care what you did. When we out there in the public, I'm on their side. Now, I might yoke you up real good. We get back to the house, but I'm gonna take your side. But I also tell them, don't send me on no dummy mission. You know, my daughter, she's what, almost 30 now. She was having trouble with this teacher, and I go off on the teacher. Come to find out, my daughter was the antagonist in the situation. Told that woman, call my mama. I don't care if you do, because by the time my mama get off, you gonna be red as my boots. I said, you did not
Oh,
tell this woman that.
oh. She knew what kind of mama she had. That's why she's over there running her mouth off like that
Right.
to the teacher. Oh my god. Oh, they know you, newbie. They know
Right. So
you.
I had to adjust because they were using that to their benefit. So now I have to assess the entire situation before I go in hot.
We got Mama D in the back. Let's see if she's ready right now. Hold on. Mama D, is that you?
Yes, good evening, good evening.
Oh,
I'm
there you
driving.
go.
Yeah, I was driving, testing 1, 2, 3. How y'all doing?
We're good. How are you?
Hey, Mama D.
Well, I heard a couple of things that hit me while I was driving. Miss Cruiser always bring out the best in me, things that I want to talk about. Sometimes I can't talk about it unless somebody bring it up first. Because you don't want to be accused of being, well, first of all, let me say good evening. Excuse my manners. Dr. Carey, Miss
Well,
Cruiser,
hey.
my nubiology.
We got
And
somebody else who
I
joined.
see the hood table is here now. And
Yeah.
hello to the audience.
Hey, hood table.
Excuse my manners.
What had happened?
I'm trying to say sometime I can't talk unless somebody bring the subject up first because I don't want to be labeled as a person that how they have people that jumpstart the panels all the time, and you don't even get a chance sometimes to hop in. Then once they start, they never stop. So I try to get people to get the conversation started first, and then I'll jump in, and add a little bit. But yeah, you have to protect the kids. But go ahead. I think the hood table has something really important to say about his children or his son.
Take that and just want to explain why I got barred.
Your sound is a little bit bad, Tanya.
Hold on. Is that better?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can hear me?
Go again. Let me see.
Or do I need to come back in?
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to explain what had happened with me being barred from it was actually basketball. It was basketball games. And it was my son's senior year. And he had been playing varsity for like 4 years, all 4 years of high school. And a lot of his teammates had also been playing all together for that duration. But one of our high school coaches got fired, like the main coach, for doing something he shouldn't have been doing. So our principal went to another school, a whole nother school district in a whole nother state, and grabbed this coach who was losing all his games. I don't even know how he got rid of it, but we figured because they knew each
No,
other.
I gotta let you stop. Hold on. Because your sound is going in and out, and I want to hear the story. Are you guys hearing her?
Okay, let me go out and come back in.
Yeah, because I want to hear the story. Let me drop the link one more time. Her sound was going. It was a bit distorted, and I want to really like hear everything. I dropped the link again.
Yeah, I wonder if she had on a Bluetooth.
Probably.
Because I know this about to be good.
You know it, because she was banned for all of 3 months. Okay. Let me remove this one from the
You see, I hurried and went on mute, huh? I, Look, I love to hear the parents. I love to hear the yeah, I love to hear those stories. So I'm going back on mute. Hopefully they come back up.
While she's coming back, because I gotta slide on down and get ready to go to the gym. Newbie, let me tell you, I probably told you this before, but I'll think of you often. I think of you often because you know, like you have the same situation my daughter has, and
Oh,
it just 2 or 3 words that you said gave me some comfort.
okay.
And then every time I see you, it lets me know that this is doable. People live with this all the time, and it's okay. So I appreciate you. See, that's the important thing of the beefsteak, that we just never know who go through what and been through what and have to go through what, and then somebody else come along who's been through something that we just started with, that's new to us, and that can be a blessing. So
Mm.
I guess that's why I'm addicted to the beefsteak, in spite of all this mess. But I'm gonna go down and hear the
It's
hood
good
table
to
because this
know.
is gonna be good. Huh?
It's good
Thank
to
you for
know that
coming up, Miss
something
Cruiser.
good
I
came out
appreciate
of that.
you.
And Miss Cruiser, what's weird about you mentioning that is this morning I was going through old messages and the old videos and all of the outpouring of concern when that incident happened. I literally was just looking at all of that this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna slide down.
Thank you so
All right.
much, Miss Cruiser. Yes, the hood table is in here.
I
Let's
don't know
hear
if
her
y'all can hear
story.
me okay.
It's much better.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So, let's see. Where was I? Okay. So the principal had this good guy friend in another city, another state, and hire him as the new coach. So the new coach, they coming in, they don't know all the players, the best ones on the team, none of that stuff. And he had a poor record at his last high school. So he just came in right away and started like putting all the freshmen and stuff up to like the senior varsity spots, and all the seniors were getting like benched like the majority of the season. Not because they were doing bad, not because they were messing up plays, not because of grades. He was just doing whatever he wanted to do. And so whenever parents would like approach him with it, or the students would approach him with it, he would get real disrespectful. I mean, real disrespectful. The kids was always complaining. He'd be cussing us out all the time for no reason. It was just a whole bunch of shit. And so, oh, sorry. And so then the parents, we had all got together, and the parents was telling me how he was rude to them if they would ask to talk to him. He was like, you know how Big Red was? My hours is 9 to 5. Some type of shady stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that,
Mm-hmm.
predominantly black school in
Oh
from
no.
all small
Her sound is going
in a
out
whole
again.
state. So it was like really. And so, am I listen up again?
A little bit. Are you using Bluetooth
No,
headphones? I don't know what's happening. How are you guys hearing from in the chat? Can you hear her good?
on my
What about you,
phone.
Mama D and Newbie? Can you hear her
It,
clearly?
it started getting a little choppy toward the end there.
Okay,
Toward the
I
end.
need to on my phone.
Okay, go ahead. Now your sound is totally out. Oh no. Did you move?
Hello,
I don't know.
hello. Do y'all hear me?
Hello from the other side. The hood table,
Come
we
on,
can't hear
Canola.
you.
Where's Canola? Come on up here, Canola News, and talk about beating up somebody.
Tanya, your sound is going out. Let me see if I can hear you again. Go again. Let me come again. Let me hear you. Oh no, she's gone. Oh no. I wanted to hear that story so badly.
I
Right?
did too. Canola, come on up and tell us about what happened with the kids at school and different things. Can he come up?
The hood table, do you want to drop down? I dropped the link again. You can come up again because your sound is totally out right now. Canola, what was going on with Canola? Just asked if we heard what happened. I dropped the link. Newbie dropped down, not newbie. The hood table dropped down. So hopefully she clicks the link and comes back up. Ken, what are you saying happened? Lord have mercy. What happened? Am I choppy also, guys? Let me know. The hood table. We need to hear that story, girl. Okay. We need to hear the story.
Yeah, and I didn't even know the hood table was a lady. I used to see the name in the, chats by Deanna Irvin, but I didn't know that was a lady, the hood table.
Yeah,
And
she
I
has a
heard good things
channel.
about it. Yeah, I heard good things about it. I haven't made it over there.
She had a good discussion yesterday
That
about the
was a
whole
good story,
situation.
but I hope they'll be able to come back and finish.
Right.
Yeah.
So is Canola coming?
Are you clicking the link, Ken? Since you were asking if we heard.
I love to be on the panel with him.
Okay, we got Ken in the back. The hood table, the link is in the chat. Hold on. Ooh, let me get my banner. Should I get a skillet for him? Let me make sure it's him. Is that you, Ken? Is
Not the
that you,
skillet.
Ken? I got everything. Okay.
There he is.
Okay, you
Canola
try to
Oh,
news.
cook
the hood
me?
table.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Good afternoon.
Ooh,
Hey,
I got a
Canola
lot of
news.
talk. I'll be right back, guys.
Hey, Mama D, Miss Newbie, and the
Hey,
hood
darling.
table.
Happy
Thank you.
holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
I'll say it after the story because this story sounds good.
Yes. Okay. All right. How you been
Y'all
doing?
can hear me okay? It's kind of storming here, so I had to use turn on my data on my phone. But
Yeah, it's
It's
way
been
better now.
okay.
It's way better.
All right, awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna try to wrap it up really quick. But okay, so the parents had a meeting and they were all explaining how the coach was really rude to them when they were asked to like meet up with him in person and talk and stuff. And so I just couldn't believe how rude he was because I never approached him before. So one day we were losing really, really bad, and all the best players was benched on the bench. And after the game, I politely, as kindly as I could, walked up to him because of everything I heard. And I started to say, "Hey, coach, could you please let me know, when would be a great time for us to have a meeting with the, that's what I was trying to say." And before I could even get it out, I didn't told you guys before. I don't have time to speak to you guys after games. I mean, he was just going, he flipped out. Now, mind you, it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in the basketball gym, and we in the middle of the floor, and he is like flipping out on me. So, the kind of person that I am, I went and told the peeps who I had came with, hold on my shit, because it's about to go down. And I waited till I thought all the guys was out of the gym, out of the dressing room, and I ran up in there and I just let him have it. And I was just cussing, like, who the fuck? I mean, I was just going off, like going off. I'm like, come meet me outside. Say that shit to me. I just went off. And so then the police came, security, blah, 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 blah. And they came in and they had to drag me. I mean, I'm kicking and screaming like a kid in the can store, just mad, upset, wanting to fight this dude and everything. So then I got outside to my car, and then it just hit me. I was like, oh my God, I promise my son. And so my son got in the car and he was cracking up. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, because they ain't had one of them moments in a long time. And it's usually because somebody fucking with my kids. So I don't go off like that all the time, just with my kids. And he was like, Mom, that was great. The whole team was like, about time one of our parents, did something. Or, and I was like, oh, okay. But then he was like, I quit anyway. I said, you quit? He said, yep. And about 4 more people just threw in their uniforms. And I was like, y'all quitting. And so then I had to go to a meeting like the next week or something with the people of the school district, the school board, and everybody else. And the main reason I got like banned and barred was not because I flipped out, but because I rushed up in the dressing room or the boys' dressing room, even though they were all out of there. So it wasn't like no kids was walking around half dressed or nothing like that. But yeah, that's
Mhm.
what happened. And then by the
Ooh.
next week, they were down to basically freshmen and sophomores because all the seniors were like, forget it. If y'all keep this coach, then we bouncing. And that was actually his last year. He got fired at the end of the year. And it sucked because
Ooh.
our seniors didn't get to play out the rest of the year like they wanted to, and he ended up getting fired anyway.
Do you mind if I ask what race he was? I know. I don't want
Oh,
anybody
he
to
was
think
white.
I'm
He was
being blunt.
Caucasian. He was Caucasian,
Oh.
and from a small white country town in a all black school. Like it was really weird, and I don't have nothing against white people or nothing. It was just he just came up in there like
It's how
just
he
trying to
came
run
in.
shit. Like you ain't even from the
Like
city. You don't know us. You don't know our kids. So it was a
right.
bad situation, y'all. It was bad. But I took one for the
I,
team, literally, and I sat my little 3 months out, and I was like, "Shit, my son quit anyway. Half the team, I ain't missing nothing."
Good for you. Good
I've
for you.
always heard you
You had
talking
nothing
about
to
how
do.
you go off, but I believe you now. I've always heard you say it.
Girl,
You
don't
had the
don't be on
police
my
knocking
show
you
and
out
one
of
of my
work,
homies
though.
or somebody be bringing up some shit. I'm like, y'all, do y'all know how many people listening? Be quiet. Keep that shit to yourself. But yeah, so that's all. I just wanted to tell y'all why, because Carrie was like, "Oh my God, 3 months. What did you do?" But that's all, y'all.
Yeah. Well,
But
you
yeah, I
look.
go
If
hard in
you
the
look
paint
at the
sometimes.
name, the
You was
name
mom of the
Carrie
year.
said.
Yeah,
Oh
the
well,
team was so happy that
that's
you
what all
took up
the
for
boys thought,
them.
Ken. That's what all the boys on the team thought, and they already know. They've been having the same best friend since like kindergarten, first grade, so they know I'm that type of parent. I'm fun, I'm cool, but I'm also strict to the point where you mind your manners. You don't disrespect adults. Like that. But I'm also fair. So a lot of his friends, they always be over at our house. They just like being around us. Period. So yeah, they know how I am. But yeah, I didn't mean to get like banned and barred from the school though.
But saying that, I like your name. How did you come up with that name? I really like that name.
Oh, well, actually, that show on Facebook called The Red Table
Yes.
with Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. So I watched that show sometime, and me and one of my friends was sitting around, one of my girlfriends, we were sitting around because we was thinking about starting a show on YouTube. And I was like, what could we call it? What could we call it? And I ran across Jada's show, The Red Table. I was like, man, I like that name, The Red Table. They sitting around a red table. I'm like, wouldn't that be cool since we from the hood? We grew up from the hood and we're gonna be discussing a lot of hood shit most of the time to call it the hood table. And she was
I
like,
love
yeah,
it.
I
Nice.
like it.
Really
I
nice.
love it.
I
That's how
love
it
it.
came.
And speaking of names, Newbie, how did you get your name? It's pretty good too.
Um, well, Newbie is my last name, and when I first my first idea for a YouTube channel was going to be teaching through life experiences. And ology is the study of a certain thing.
Newbieism.
Right. So I just threw the Nubiology one-on-one like classes in session. But it also is
That's
to let
cool.
people know I know exactly who I am. You can't tell me nothing about newbie. Go find some information about me that I don't know.
Very
Where did
Carrie. I
Ken
like
go?
your name.
Because
I
that's my
don't know
name.
where he
And
went.
when I decided to change it from Carrie, I'm like, I'm going out doing my own thing, so I'm being me. So that is why I put the very there. Very Carrie. It's just me. I'm being me, doing me, and not caring what anybody has to say about what I do. I'm just being my true, authentic self every time. So,
We
and
have a lot of beautiful, good names, very catchy names in the B sector. And Mama D didn't come from the love and hip hop. It's just that
ooh,
I like me because I was an older woman when I came here, and D is affiliated with my name, is why I added the mama on, in front of the D. But
okay.
yeah, it had nothing to do with the love and hip hop. I know Deborah. I know Mama D, the one from Love and Hip Hop. I have met her,
Mhm.
and we have been in the parties together. So
Ooh,
yeah, I do know the real Mama D.
ooh,
But
see?
yeah, it has nothing to do with her. I
Are you
just
thuggy
didn't.
thuggy like her? Or maybe in your
Uh,
earlier days. I don't know. Maybe in your earlier
no, no,
days.
because I was in the military. She wasn't in the military. Remember, she was on the streets for a minute.
Yeah, she was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we don't. We have two different lifestyles.
Yeah.
I saw someone in the chat say they had to stay in church. Well, yeah, yeah, I was one of the little girls that was in church when I was young.
Well, Carrie,
Listen,
do you ever
Ken,
catch me
Ken came up
calling
here to give us some news and he dropped down. Maybe he couldn't stay for too long. I don't know why he left. Ken, we need the news. You are saying something. Come say it real quick if you gotta go. What were you saying, newbie?
Have you ever heard me saying Carrie so very? There was a lotion. I don't a long time ago. I don't know if they even make it no more, but it was a
Yeah,
lotion
Yep,
called
I
Carrie
know
Carrie.
it.
Lotion. Yes, yes, yes,
I
yes,
To
know it.
laugh,
You
yes.
don't
they
see it
would
a
say
lot though.
The
Carrie,
best
it's so
lotion. That was the
Carrie,
best
and they would
lotion
say
in
it
the
was cough
world.
syrup, it was whatever. And then my brother had a girlfriend named Carrie, and he always called her Carrie so very. So if you hear me saying that to you, that's where it came from.
I remember that
Newbie,
lotion.
that was the best lotion they had ever made.
Right?
Hey Sharika, hey Sticks Girl, hey Talon, hey everybody coming in. Hey the Miss O. Where did
Hey,
Ken go?
dude.
Carrie, I remember that lotion because I was like, what? I got my name on here. Ooh, somebody got a
The
call.
hood table left.
Yeah.
I liked that name, the Hood Table. I definitely love it now.
I do. I really do. Oh,
Somebody getting
I
a
can see
call.
it. Okay, you gonna answer that, Carrie?
I thought I heard it from one of you guys, but it stopped. Go ahead.
That was me.
No, not me.
Okay.
Not me. No.
Okay.
Okay, I came up here. I don't want to throw a curveball. Are they finished talking about the kids? Okay. I mean, are the kids' conversation over with? Are we waiting on Ken to come up?
You can say what you want. You can go ahead, Mama D. I don't know where Kenola went. I don't see him in the chat anymore, but he had to drop down. I haven't seen Canola. What is it that happened? Canola asked if we heard what happened, and I really wanted to know because I don't feel like going over there to find out from her channel. There's some streets that I don't
Okay.
cross. Go ahead, Mama D.
Okay, now somebody, y'all know the little announcement I made. I have said in layman's terms about the young man who was upset with me. Okay, so some people took it another route. Now I'm not gonna make this about he and I, but this is a question I have for you and everybody. And I do have some nemesis in the audience that do not like me. I don't care. Go eat dirt because I want to ask this question. I'm very serious about this. If somebody accuses you of going on a tour, they mean, different panels. I said, oh, it's your fault for going on different panels. You should have just talked with him about it. And you know you couldn't talk with him about it. My question is, did they have to be around me to know where I was to accuse me of going somewhere? How you know where I was unless you was there with me? That's the question I have.
Whoa. I picked up what you're saying, Mama D. So you're saying that the person is saying, why didn't you come and talk to me? Why did you have to go on a panel and talk about it? You mean when you came over here the first night and spoke about it? Or was it when you went over by Jay Wilson?
No, a woman accused me
Oh, a
of going
woman.
on a tour. A woman, not him. I won't put him
Oh.
in that mess. A
But
woman accused me of going on the tour
but
and
doesn't
asked
he
me,
I'm
hmm?
sorry. Sorry to cut you. I'm sorry. Miss
That's
Cruiser, is
okay,
that
darling.
you?
That's okay.
Yes, it's me.
I'm getting a little heated, not gonna Miss Cruz up here. Okay, I'm gonna stay calm. I'm gonna stay calm
Don't
because she know, she kind of know where I'm going with this. If I get accused of going on a tour talking to different content creators about my little business and stuff with the guy, and a woman come up in my face about, well, you shouldn't have been going to no other panels. And well, how you know I was on the other panels unless you was in the doggone room with me?
Yeah, they were
How did
watching.
you know that?
I
That's
don't
my
know who you're
question.
talking about, but I know what you're talking about. I know. So how
My
but how
question
else
is,
were
how
you
you
gonna
gonna
get your
accuse me?
info out?
Well, not only that, how you gonna accuse me of being somewhere unless you wasn't there yourself? That's my question to you in the audience.
You wanna answer that?
Yeah, I think people they love to say, "Oh, you went on a tour," especially if they're on the side of the person that that you're
Uh,
kind of into it with. So, people gonna call things out based on the side that they're on.
mhm.
But I,
And
I
I
will
didn't
like to.
even know that this person that didn't like me, I thought that she liked me. She come to find out she was an enemy of mine all the while. And then she had the nerve, something else she said stalkerish about, she even knew about the link that I asked to hit. She said, it's your fault because you asked to hit the link. I said, well, I wasn't going to be able to talk unless I got on by hitting the link. She was all down from the beginning. And let me tell you how I found out about that. That's why y'all got to pay attention to these people when they talk. When a certain person had a Halloween party, we're not going to call names because they didn't give us permission to call names and they're not here. A certain person had a Halloween party and I was one of the people up on the panel. So toward the end of the Halloween party, the content creator, the owner of the panel, asked me, Mama D, it was a tiebreaker. I think Newbie, you was there, niece, I think. It was a tiebreaker all the way on the end where they couldn't decide which young lady to pick for the costume, I think. And by me being, didn't want to be biased about it because I knew who I liked. Okay, and Newbie was one of my favorite ones. So I knew if I try to pick somebody, I could be judged and then be back on the street with some more mess. I bowed out and politely tells the content creator, no, I don't think so, and thank you anyway. And she said, okay, okay. But before I could even say no, thank you, this same stalker hollered, no, no. So that means they had been handing out for me for a while. It wasn't just the other day. She had been stalking me and watching and hanging on every word and thing that I do. But I want her to know one thing. You think I'm going to push over because I'm of age, but I want this, and I'm not going to curse on your panel. I'm not going to curse. You better get off of my ass because if you don't, I'm going to make you get off of it. That's all I want her to know. You can stalk me right now and have your fun right now. But if I ever get tired of you, I'm going to make you leave me alone. That's all I got to say to her.
Well,
Because I
obviously
was talking about giving me a channel and I was gonna ask her to be one of my moderators, but after I found out how she feel about me, I don't want that fool nowhere near me. I didn't even know she was hanging on to me like that. That's a stalker to me.
obviously I missed a video or two because Mama D hasn't called any name and I'm still not sure who she's talking about. So I'm gonna have to get that somewhere. Ooh, I don't
Well,
know who
if it's okay for me to say, Mama D, well, first thing, let me say this. It goes back to what I said about people taking sides. Like they like the content creator, they're a fan of I guess, of the content creator. So they get mad at whoever the content creator get mad at. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to get, if I can like Very Carey, I can like Nubiology, I can like Mama D, but I don't have to get mad at everybody that y'all mad at. I don't have to dislike anybody that y'all dislike. And that's where a lot of this comes from, where people, you ain't do nothing
And
to
guess what,
them,
Nicole?
but
The
they
person
not
talk
like you
about
because of
her.
somebody else.
The person talk about her like a damn dog. You understand me? They ain't never had nothing nice to say about her crazy behind, but she gonna try to go against me. So like I'm telling her straight up, you can go ahead and have your little fun this week. But Mama D said you got till Friday to have your fun. Cause guess what? You ain't gonna be stalking me about where I go. How you gonna keep up where I go? I'm a grown woman. You can't tell me when not to go. If the content creator say I'm invited to come over there, I could go in the chat. I want to. Since when we got somebody policing us about where we can go and they watching our every move
And
because
I
you
think
want
the
to go
best
have
way to
fun.
handle that when it happens is to tell the person, look, have I ever done anything to you? Have you ever done anything to me? And and if the answer is no, be like, look, we're not going to fight over third party. We don't have any beef with each other. We don't have any issue with each other. Now that works sometimes, but it don't always work. But I did want to say to you, Mama D, and I said the same thing to the other party. I think it's time to let that go because it's getting a little ugly between you and the other party.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
said the
finished
same
with it.
thing to
I'm
him.
finished with it. This ain't even about him today. This
I
about
know
the
it's not.
talker.
I know it's not. But
Yeah, it's about the
anytime
talker.
anything gets
I'm letting
said,
it go. Yeah, yeah, you're
anytime
right.
anything gets
Because
said, it gets.
somebody had went back and made a big old to do out of it, and I think I was woman enough to step up and say what I'm saying, not to looking for a trophy or be congratulated or nothing. But you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna be
Mhm.
coming in putting me. My husband said, "Did you hear that woman? How she was talking to you?" I didn't even know till I went back over the video last night. He said that woman was calling herself trying to son you. He said she was putting you in check about that dude. I said, oh no, that ugly mother, excuse me, wasn't about to do nothing to me. He said, you better look at that video again. And even the young ladies who work for me at the office say, Mama D, when that girl got on the panel, she was like, you know, she didn't like you. And I'm telling you, you big, black, ugly mother, son of a biscuit, you better not ever, ever call yourself trying to check me again. Because it's going to be nothing nice to pay for. When I finish, I'm going to get you off of my ass. Because I don't like, I don't like no woman on me like that, Miss Cruiser. A man, me and that boy, we going to work it out because we going to leave each other alone. But that girl there, trying to hang on my every move like that, I feel like Brianna now. I feel like you stalking me. And you ain't going to be, no, you ain't going to hang on me like that. That's all I'm saying.
Do I know who the person is?
You can write it in the back chat, Miss Cruiser, but I'm really trying to let this
I
go.
don't know. I
I
can
gotta
only
go
guess
look.
at it. I'm not sure, really.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I can only take a
Okay.
guess
I gotta
at it.
go through some
Well, you and
videos.
I
Um,
was on the panel with her, so I'm just saying you
we
can
was
write
on
it
a
in the
panel
back
with her.
chat. Yeah, you can write on the back chat. Yeah,
Which panel? Whose panel were we on?
was by Miss Bless.
She was on the panel
And she
too.
called herself trying to check me. Yeah, trying to check me, talking about I started by asking for a link and I went on the tour. I said, well, how she know I was on the tour going dip around talking and she wasn't there around there herself?
Now I'm trying to remember.
If I said a big black ugly info, you ought to know who it is.
Honey, when I leave, people we be saying when I leave here, I don't think about it no more. Sometimes I leave here, be out of sight, out of mind.
I didn't
But let
think
me.
about it until the young ladies at the office told me,
I think I know
Mama
who you're
D,
talking about. I think I know who
that
you're talking
woman was
about.
on that panel was trying to
Mhm.
put you in check about that dude. I said, no, she wasn't. They said, you better look at that video again. So when I went home, my husband, I let him look at it. He said, oh, yeah, she definitely was trying to sing you in front of them women about that dude, trying to make you feel like, like you was low or something.
If it's who
And
I'm
I'm
thinking
like,
of, she doesn't even care. She doesn't even like him.
I know. That's
Okay,
what
so
you
I think
got
you
where I'm
kind of I
going
think you
now.
yeah I think you kind of I think those who were listening in took it wrong. Yeah, yeah, I remember. I think they took it wrong. I think and again, I don't think she was trying to come for you. I think that was kind of her opinion because I came up and said, well, of course she was going on a tour. She didn't have a platform, and he did. So she felt like she needed to get her voice out because he was able to get his voice out. So I think with that, I wouldn't take it too far. I don't think she was really coming for you in the manner that you feel like she was, and I don't think she's your.
I would take your
I don't think
advice
she's your.
from that,
I
but
don't think she's your enemy. I don't think she
it's not
dislikes
her
you.
first time. It's not her first time. Call herself trying to check me, Miss Cruiser.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
not her first time. She tried to do it over there on the spaceship. This is not her first time coming for me. And I want her to back all the way off of me. I mean, all the way off. Because, like I said, I ain't gonna let no woman hang on me like that too long. I'm just saying.
Yeah, hopefully she won't, say anything else going forward, because at some point, you kind of see things getting real ugly. A lot of times I've joked, I'm a troll. I can troll, I can stir things up, but when I see it going left, that's when I'm like, okay,
I
Everybody just
really did
stopped.
like her. I really did like her because I told you I was gonna start my page and I wanted her to be one of my moderators too, since you know she well known. But I'm not gonna have nobody that's not in my corner around me like that. I would be a damn fool. And she probably would have said no thank you anyway, now that I know how she feel about me. But you gotta watch how these people talk when these people be saying things and doing these subliminals. They be letting you know how they feel about you. And if it was her first time trying to check me, I would say, yeah, that's just a coincidence. But this was not her first time trying to put me in check. So I'm letting her know I need you to back off of me while you have a chance. Mama D always give it till Fridays. Okay. And my baby onside April definitely gonna be there for me if I get a page. Okay. And
But
Nuvi,
I'm gonna tell you, Mama D, this is a way to kind of keep your like a peaceful, be in a peaceful place. And you may not like this solution, but let me say it. And I don't always do it, but I'm trying to get back to practicing this. Sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of times, people be saying some old off stuff to me, talking to me sideways. I see it. I see it. But this is the kind of way I think of it. This is the way I think of it. Number one, I want to keep my peace. That's number one. Number two, if they're not bold enough to say it out where I can make sure, like if I have to say, did you just come at me sideways? Are you trying to shade me? If they ain't bold enough to come all the way out to it, it ain't worth me responding to. So I just act like it didn't happen. Um,
that is a very good lesson to learn. That way you can watch, you could be more conscious of what your surroundings when somebody call you out like that. At least know where they're coming from. So that's a good thing. It's not a
yeah,
bad
because
thing.
you'll be constantly fighting because sometimes things can be lost in translation and sometimes they are coming for you. But if they're not direct and they're not clear, I'm not, like I said, it's been a lot of times. It's been a few times this week. I know people was trying to come for old Cruz. But I'm like, okay, I'm
But
gonna
I
wait
take
till
my
you.
lesson,
If
like
you
you have
come direct and
mentors.
I directly where I'm sure of it, then I might say something. Might because everybody don't get ain't everybody ain't worth me responding to. But
Like
other than that,
everybody have their
you'll be around
mentor,
here fighting all the time.
Like everybody have their mentor. Like Shelly say, Lady Nika is her mentor. Like you are my mentor, Miss Cruiser. Not that Lady Nika can't be my mentor, but they got so many people that depend on Lady Nika. So I can't put that on her because there's enough stress on her for the people that love her. But that don't mean I don't have to love her less. But I'm just saying I could take some of the lessons that you learn and listen at you carefully. If you give me advice, I'm going to study that and take that. Like my husband said, this is your time to understand and see how people really feel about you. This is the time to learn, and be careful of your surroundings. You're talking about starting this page. You're gonna have to have a new, altogether new attitude anyway. If you're gonna be starting up on your own channel, what do you think about that? Because I'm not gonna be able to curse or nothing, Miss Cruiser, like that.
Yeah, you have to know who is what. And one thing about I don't really have a beefing channel, there's somebody who gets real mad at me because I say I'm in the beef sector and not of the beef sector, and they thinking I'm saying something like I'm above it, and that's not what I'm saying. The reason why I say that is because I'm definitely in the beef sector, but my channel is not beef sector, and that's why I say that I'm in the beef sector and not of the beef sector. But yeah, you definitely have to know who is who. Listen, I have no mods on one channel and only two on the other because I'm not really into mods. But yeah, I just think that you have to kind of let stuff just shake stuff off. And it's funny that it was Lady Nika who gave me the best advice. She told me, she said, Miss Cruiser, turn on that live button and just talk. Just that's all. Just turn on that live button, just talk.
Yeah,
And that was her
my
best
husband heard
advice
Lady
to
Nika.
me.
My husband have
Huh?
heard you, and he heard Lady Nika, and and he heard Barry Carey. He heard all three of y'all before, and he was just saying he liked Lady Nika's southern drawl. He likes very caring personality, and he like your strength that you have, Miss Cruiser. So he's heard all three of you all before. But I told him that you was like a mentor of mine, like a far
Oh,
distant mentor, because you
cool.
didn't even know that I had been admiring you.
Tell the
And he
husband
said,
I
"Well,
said
you know,
hi,
you
Mama
better."
D.
Okay, yeah, he's not home, but I'll let him know when he get in. But yeah, but I want to open up a few of my Christmas gifts that he gave me. I don't know, they're under the tree. But Carrie said I could come on and open up my Christmas presents that he gave me.
Oh yeah.
This is my first Christmas with him, you know.
Yeah.
The
And
best
somebody
advice I
was
can give
saying,
anybody starting a channel, the best advice I can give them is to fly high above, stuff. And this is something I always tell my kids that sometimes I have to try to remember myself. The high
yeah,
road is the winner's route.
Amen.
huh,
I tell my kids that all the
amen.
time. The high road is the winner's route. That's the directions they take.
Yeah, they did. He did teach us that. Michelle Obama said that when they go low, we go high. You know.
And sometimes
Unless you
that's
unless
hard
you
because it
have
makes
to
you
go
like a
down
punk.
at some points. If you try the high road enough times and somebody keeps coming at you, sometimes you gotta reach out and touch somebody sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. You can walk away, you can choose the high road, or you could go down for a little bit, bang with them, and step back upstairs. Okay.
I'm thinking about Deanna Urban. I bet if Michelle tell Deanna Urban about taking the high road, she'd be like,
Deanna would say, fuck the high road. I'm going down there with you.
I'm gonna go high and bust him and then fling, 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 fling.
Deanna gonna say, "I'll show you where the road is, bitch."
And you know what? I don't
Yeah, but
always take
I'm
that advice
driving past your
myself, but
road,
I tell you,
bitch.
I feel better when I take that advice. I sure feel better because sometimes when I don't take the high road, afterwards I feel foolish, like I've allowed somebody to drag me into something.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
I
it. I get what you're saying.
understand.
Like quite a number of people on here have been saying, "Oh, she acts like she's better than the beef sector, but what she's doing over here? Why is she modding for people over here?" When did I ever come in here and say I was better than anybody? That was you who thought that. That was you who came to that that shit. I'm stumbling over my words. Shit. That was you who came to that conclusion. Did I ever come on here and say I'm better than people? I'll come on here and I'm saying sometimes people argue over the simplest of stuff that you could have just spoken about or just let it rest or something. Most of the beefs are over some dumb shit. And I used to say that when I just started. And I also, when I just started, used to say it's okay for people to have differing views. I used to say that so many times when I just started my channel because I noticed over here that people argue because they may not share the same viewpoints as you do. And I'm like, but it's okay to be tolerant and understand that people are not going to feel the way you feel about stuff, you know? Because that is
And
what
but that's
causes
what I'm
most of the
about to ask
arguments on
you.
here.
Do y'all think that we need to continue with this award of the year, because that might make some people get in their feelings really, really bad if we call
Ooh.
their name, you know?
Ooh. You think
Look,
so?
I
I
don't
done
know.
I
It
done for the
probably
for the
could.
for the 1,756th time I have left the B sector. I only come in certain chats. I have left
You will not be
1,756 times.
up on the panel for the awards.
There are certain panels that I go on, and certain chats I chat in. Certain chats I'm going to take a chill in, because it's open season around here, and I don't want to have to use these hands.
Ooh. Ooh.
They can follow me to a restaurant if they want to, because
Oh.
if they follow me to a restaurant, they're gonna have to have some money. They ain't gonna be able to order no seafood, because when I sit down, baby, our bill be high, so them motherfuckers gonna get tired of waiting on us.
Ooh. Ooh.
They're not look. They might gonna order maybe a baked potato or something, but they ain't gonna want to film us in the restaurant. They gonna be tired standing all day, unless they gonna come back later on.
Ooh. Ooh.
Come back later, alligator, if you
You
want to
you
take a
have to
picture of
really
me.
think about that. There is a content creator right here in Mississippi, and I saw them at the casino once, but they were with their family doing their thing. And at the time, I don't think I had really dropped down in their like we didn't have a rapport. And I just thought it would have been in poor taste for me to accost that person while they were living their real life, you know.
Yeah.
So I
Uh,
just kept it pushing. It wouldn't
but
have even
they
occurred
might,
to me to video
they might
or
catch
take a
me
photo.
in. I'm sorry. Yeah, they might
Go ahead.
catch me at Popeye's Chicken, but if I go to Popeye's Chicken, I usually be in the drive-through, so they gonna have to follow my ass home with the chicken. I ain't got time to be waiting. I ain't got time to be waiting around to see who taking a picture of my ass when I get that Popeye's chicken. They
You'll
might
be
not be able
tearing
to
it up
catch
in the
me.
car too.
They may
Listen.
not be able to catch me, Care.
Dang. Okay. Oh, Miss Cruiser fell off the panel. She said she got a call, so she had to drop down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. What you said,
So
Nube?
I guess tomorrow, Mama D, we can figure out if we're still gonna try to do that beef sector awards thing. Because tomorrow is Wednesday. You did say we could, meet up tomorrow and see. Because we're gonna have to do like some votes. We're gonna have to have a community,
Yeah.
some polls, and then we choose from
Yeah.
the top responses and see how it goes from there. Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of categories this year because, like I was saying, they had a lot of stuff that happened in 2022. I really don't want y'all to put my name on the paper if you don't mind, just so I could be.
Mama, Mama D, but it's a part of history. It's a part of it, though. I know what you
No,
mean.
I
I know
don't.
you don't want
But
to
I
start
don't want
stuff
to get in
off.
no trouble again, and then me and that boy gonna be cussing each other out
How?
after the show over. I'm just saying
But
you're gonna make a video, and I don't want. I'm
but
just
you're
saying
not
don't
gonna
put out
see
the
it.
name.
You're not gonna see his video because you're not gonna watch it. That's the cool
Yeah, well,
part.
that's why you better call me all the hoes he want before 2023, because I don't care. I really don't care. That's what I'm just saying. Because the other day you said I poisoned my first husband to death. You didn't see that?
Come again?
He said I killed my first husband.
Ooh. Oh
He said I
no.
poisoned him to death. Yeah.
Oh, he's just saying stuff at this point. You don't
He
gotta
was just
respond.
clowning. I told him let him have his fun. Don't worry about it. But what I'm saying, don't put our name on that list because it's gonna be a big old mess.
Ooh, that was a big
Don't put
one
me,
though.
huh?
Oh my God! Look at this. Look at this name in the chat. Danielle
Real mama people.
Done. Oh Lord, what is going on today?
What's the name
Shush.
of it?
Daniel I'll dox you ho hun. Done.
Who is Daniel?
I don't know. But I don't know if they're using the last name Jay Dunn's last name though. I've never seen that name
Oh,
in here
that's her
before.
name?
No, just the last name, not the first one.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know what to make of it. Hey Fifi. I don't know what to make of it. Is that somebody trolling Jay Dunn in here? Oh Lord, Jay Dunn is good. Jay Dunn will deal with you. She's probably up there in the clouds.
Well, is
Um,
Jesus take the wheel in here yet?
nah, she's not here. She's not here.
Oh, okay, all right. Because we got and my niece on site April have a lot of experience of what done happened. What has happened in 2022 probably.
Yeah, they
She'll
probably
be a
know
good
way
one.
more than I do because I don't know half of the stuff. I only try to catch stuff that I can. So
Yeah, but do they have all the categories written down? Do you
okay.
have your paper with your tablet with you now?
Yeah, I have them. Or you want me to
Can you
go over what we have?
read over the categories so
Okay.
your audience can hear what we're gonna be voting on?
This is so. Let me find it real quick.
We were supposed to do it tonight anyway.
Yeah, no, you said Wednesday, remember? What is
Oh,
today?
that's right. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
Lord,
you
I'm
did say
wrestling with me.
Wednesday.
Yeah, but Shelly be on Wednesday nights with her I think it'd be like the OG panels and stuff. So I was saying Wednesday they may not show up. They may want to go over there and look at the OGs, you know. So that's what I was saying.
That's okay because they can write type it in the comment section, or we do it on Thursday. That's okay.
Yeah, Thursday would be better because you know they've been getting those meetings together and different things for Shelly's OG panel. So I don't know if anything is gonna occur between now tomorrow night is her Wednesday nights is her night. And I think
Okay.
Saturday nights are her nights. Yeah. So we don't want to interfere with that OG channel at all because you know that's a pretty good idea of hers, and
Or you want
I
to go
support.
support?
Yeah, I support
Okay.
that kind of stuff. Yes, indeed, because you know a lot of these people that's OGs, you know, they getting up age now. They gonna have other OGs coming along in a little while that they could mentor and look up to the other ones, you know, and say, well, you know what, one day I sure hope I'll be like them, you know, and
Well,
hope I
yeah.
last as long as them.
You think people are gonna want to stay? Well, it depends. I guess the sector will never. I don't know. It
Well, you
depends
know,
on
we
who
have
the
some
OG
pretty
is.
good drag. You know, they brag on the other sectors, the black sector and the Mo3 sector, I think it is. And I think that our sector is a pretty strong sector, and we don't want them to think we are any less than. And I think we have some pretty good draggers. I believe that we have some of the best. Though you know, anybody could curse. Anybody could curse on somebody out. I'm talking about these people over here can drag.
Drag and
And
roast.
I'm
And
serious.
some of
This
them
the
have
B
toned it
sector.
down a lot. Some of them have really toned it down a lot. You know.
They have toned it down a lot. But for what we know from the beginning of 2022, it was not. It hadn't toned down yet. It was about to tone down. You know.
Hold on one second, Mama D.
Yeah.
Is that
Okay,
you, Jay
done.
Dunn?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Hey,
you. What's
Jane
going on,
Dunn.
Jay Dunn?
Hey
How
to
you
everyone.
doing, sweetheart? All right.
Doing well. I just came up here. Carrie, someone in your chat put me in timeout, even though there's a troll trying to dox me. They timed me out instead of the troll. Make that make sense.
You got timed out?
Timed
Hold
out or
on.
blocked.
I don't think they
When I
block you. Let me
clearly
go.
heard you say Jay Dunn is probably somewhere in the cloud, she will take care of that. And as soon as I drop down, since the troll can just be up in here typing any old thing, then they want to block me.
You
This
may
people
have
Yeah,
been.
but
bullshit.
I think
when
you
I
got
went over the
timed out by accident because the other person got blocked.
well, some son of a biscuit timed me out
Somebody
over
was
by
in here with
stealing.
your surname,
Hmm.
Jay
Huh?
Dunn.
Yeah, no, the troll was up in here with the name Danielle, which is my middle name and then my last name. The troll told y'all.
Oh, okay.
But I don't my credits on television have my middle name.
Oh
So
Lord.
I don't
Yeah.
understand what the troll think they're trying to do or what Shelly thinks she trying to do.
So did something happen today, Jay Dunn?
I haven't
Because
even
there's
been
somebody
live
typed in
today.
the chat about that who said it? Somebody said I should watch a video. Who was it?
The
I don't know,
troll,
but
I
we
was
was
just
waiting
watching.
on.
Oh, okay.
The troll said that. But no, I haven't even done any live.
Okay.
No, we was waiting on Ken Nola to come back to tell us what happened or something.
Well, your
Yeah,
troll is
but
gone.
well no, but that's fine, Carrie. I didn't know that they did it accidentally because I'm like, what in the hell? So that's why I had to click up here. But no, I
Okay.
haven't even done any videos today.
Well, apparently there's some stuff going
You
on
need a day
out
off,
there on
Jay
the
Dunn.
street.
Jay Dunn, you could deserve a day off because you've been rolling, you know, and you really need to rest your mind mentally. And you really need that. That baby is so beautiful. You seen the little dog, Karen and Luby?
Zulu. Zulu is a
Yeah,
cute
I
one.
mean, yeah, she need to
We
take
should do
time
a
with that
whole
baby.
dog competition on here. I told King Rose to do it with Duchess like months ago. If we should have a dog competition on here, I know two dogs who will be on top two. I know
But I
Demetra
don't
and
know
Jay
about a
Dunn's dog.
competition, Carrie. Carrie, I don't think you should.
Why? You
No,
think it's gonna get dirty? The
because
wash
that other
dog?
baby, Carrie, you know that other baby gonna suffer.
Who? Ooh. You
Lyric,
mean Jay
lyric gonna
Wilson's
suffer.
dog?
Mama Jimmy.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Oh Lord. Lyric
No,
has
we
been
don't
having
want to
it
put that
bad
baby through
all
no more.
year.
Yeah, we don't want to put him through no more suffering. Is that a
Oh
boy or a
no.
girl? That's a girl.
Who? Who? Jay Dunn's dog? I think it's a
No,
male.
Jay Wilson. Lyric.
I don't know. Lyric sounds like a female name. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Lyric
Um,
is a girl dog. Lyric is a girl dog.
yeah. Well, they've been calling her what a hyena and all of that. So I don't think we need to be putting that baby on here, Carol.
Hands down, it's Zulu, it's Squeenie, and is Demetrius' dog Barack or Brock or something like
Barack.
that. Those three dogs.
I didn't see her
And then we
dog.
got
I know they
Roman's
have a
dog,
Charlie Theodore is
Charlie
Duchess,
Theodore. Who
and
else?
we have
Excuse me, excuse me. Dollar is in the running. Dollar is my Yorkie too. And then we have
okay,
Loki and Sparkle.
all right.
You
And
see
what's the
what was
baby
trying
name? Dollar? Dolla?
Ooh,
Dollar, yeah, like a dollar bill.
Oh,
ooh.
okay. Dollar Bill. Yeah. Okay.
I've never seen him, newbie.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to put some pictures up of old Dollar.
Okay.
He's a
Well,
Yorkie too. The pit bull.
Carrie, thank you for letting me up. I'm gonna go back to listening, but I just want to
Yeah.
come in to tell you that.
Oh,
I knew
what's
you
Yeah,
were
going
Jay
close
on?
by,
Dunn,
Jaden. I knew you
Ashley,
were
how are
close by.
you?
I'm like, Jaden is gonna come and deal with you.
yeah, I've
I
been
Oh
see.
yeah,
worried about Jay Dunn.
I'm always listening throughout my day. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very worried about Jay Dunn because I want her to get some rest with all of that doggone stress every day. You do need a day off.
You heard that,
Um,
Jaden?
well, the fact is, I'm not stressed. I'm working my real job today.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you work and you get on here. I'm just saying you need a whole day off.
I have my days off on the weekends, and then I have my Christmas break coming up soon, so I'll be
Well,
fine.
that's good. That's good.
Worry about these people that's unemployed on here. Worry about the ones that
Ooh,
actually are on psycho medication.
ooh,
Worry about the ones that don't sleep at night.
ooh.
Worry about them.
Well, you know what? You have a point because they really have some people that's I didn't know they was that messed up, and I really been praying for them. I tell you.
Yeah, so worry about
Ooh,
them, Mama D. Please don't
ooh,
worry about me.
Yeah,
ooh.
I do, baby. But you know, I do because you are a human being, and you know, I know you're close to what is that? Tita talks. You can talk to her, but I'm still have love for you anyway. So I mean, you're one of my southern babies, and I mean, I'm just telling you the truth.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. But no, I am
Yeah.
close with Tita, but Tita had the part two of her interview that premiered earlier today, so I watched that this morning.
Is that
Yeah,
over by
I
the
didn't get a
what's his
chance to
name?
see it.
Make it make sense. Is that the same channel?
Yeah, he did the
Ooh,
part
I
two
need to go
of her
back.
interview.
Yeah, I shared
You know, I
his
didn't see
live.
it.
Well,
I
at
been,
first he had it scheduled to premiere tomorrow, so that's how a lot of people missed it because when I first shared the notification, he had it for the 14th. But then it ended
yeah,
up premiering this morning, so he must have had put the wrong date up there, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I know I can't love everybody, J Dunn, but I mean, it's a certain for I don't know why for my southern ladies, I always, you know, I just do have a certain kind of feeling toward them, and then by Mississippi, Texas, Georgia, Louisiana, you know, I do have a certain feel for those ladies on the beach sector.
Well, and I appreciate that. I know that it's a genuine concern, Mama D. But I mean,
Yeah,
it's more things out here up in the world for you to be worried about than what these people got to say up on this application.
yeah, I know, baby. You're exactly right about that. That's why we're trying to get this award show. I don't know if you heard about it, Jay Dunn. It's been a rough year, and we have different categories. Carrie's about to read off. So if you
Oh yeah, I
please stay
forgot. Let
and
me go look for it.
listen to the
Oh,
categories. Yeah, the 2020
We got like
22.
6 categories. Hold on.
Yeah.
So we were
So
looking
you
on,
need to.
was it Saturday that we were over here talking about it? On Saturday we were looking at the top breakups in the sector as well as the top fights from the sector. So breakups and fights, two different things. So the breakups is like people who were close and then they broke up. And then the fights is like those who are going tooth and nail with each other. So we got a few names. So
Mhm.
you are around here a lot, Jaden. So you could probably tell me if I need to add something else. I don't know where my pen is, but we'll see what happens. So we got the
And you
heat wave
said
and
that
community situation. I'm removing myself out of that one because I don't care. That's like,
yeah, I
whatever.
don't think you should be involved in
No,
that. No.
I'm not a
Mm-mm.
part of that one. It's not a breakup. It's just a whatever for me. Next one is Pizarro and the Mods, James and DKL, Kimmy and Bree, Kimmy and the Miss O, Kimmy and G grown folks, Kimmy and Jay Wilson, Nika and Dovey, Mama D. Ooh, Mama D says she doesn't want her
No,
name in it. Mama D and Sir
do
Keith.
not
It
put
is
me
a
in.
breakup
Mm-mm.
though.
No, but I don't
TT.
want to be involved because that boy gonna get mad. I'm telling you, and I don't want to be going through that no more.
Okay.
Don't call his
TT.
name.
Okay. Danielle, don't do um let me delete that.
I'm just
I
asking
always
you.
Dan
I'm asking you in the name of
hold
Jesus
on.
because we know what happened the other night when I was being nice, and then if something else gonna happen after I leave off of here tonight. So we don't need to call their name at all. Just don't call their name at all if you don't mind. I know this is your channel, but there are some people that's fighting, and we don't even need to call their name.
well, but I thought Carrie had told me that that troll got blocked. Um, but perhaps not. Let me go make some troll pages, doxing other people, and I'll come and type up in here. Since
Okay,
that's what could be done up in here.
okay.
I'll go ahead and put a few
You know she
people
gonna get her
government
back. She gonna get her
information.
back.
Because I mean, if that troll can type and then Carrie can address it, then I guess that's
Don't
okay
put
over
me in the
here.
mid. Danielle, for a peaceful life, just stop right there, okay? And do not be talking about Jay Dunn's or anybody else's you know what. I allow anybody in here, but I always say just keep it respectful. So just be respectful
Are
in
they
the chat.
still in here?
They're back.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
kidding.
but they are up in there calling me the stalker. This is that bullshit.
That's what I was telling Carrie about. They have people be stalking us, and you don't even know they be stalking you until the last minute. That's what happened to me. But I'm over it. As long as she just stay in her place and don't come for me again, I'm good.
I'm still trying to figure out who that is, but you're not saying the name, so I'll go find out. I'm gonna do a little bit more red balling and stuff. Okay, so let me
What
continue calling the
the
names.
name about what?
No,
She
not
said
about
there
you,
was
J Don. Somebody was stalking
there
me.
was somebody who was
Oh,
um,
somebody stalked Mama D.
was trying to put me in check about somebody, and I'm like, bitch, you better get away from me in a hurry. I give you till Fridays. That's it. That's
ooh,
all.
I gotta do this real quick. I gotta be off here in 5 minutes because I did set
Well,
a
what?
I set a schedule for 7, which is in 15 minutes time for a game, and I just realized it's a quarter to 7. Ooh.
It's a game on the B sector.
Uh-uh. It's a
Oh,
game
oh,
on it's some mind benders and stuff. So I did set a schedule for 7. I didn't know I'll be on here till like 14 minutes to 7. So I got to do this like real quickly and then I got to
oh. Okay,
go.
so we got to
For
come
real.
back here at 7.
Well, the game is not gonna be nothing having to do with the beef sector. It's just, like we did the riddles and so on the other night. It's gonna be
Yeah.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would love that.
So
Okay,
I
okay.
I have
Well, we can wait until Thursday, and then that way you have a few minutes to get yourself together.
oh, so you want me to do the list on Thursday then?
Yeah, that way you can get
Okay.
together. You don't have much time.
Right. So yeah, because I only have like 13 minutes or so. So we
Niece
can do it on
Newbie, are you coming
Thursday.
back? You coming
Yeah,
back, Niece Newbie?
I'll be
Yeah,
back
I
in.
gotta go. I gotta go find
Oh,
my game and stuff. I had like
go ahead,
10
go
or
ahead, go
11
ahead.
questions. I
See you
just
in a
looked
few
at the
minutes.
time. I just looked down at the time. I got less
I'll
than
see y'all
15
in a
minutes.
few minutes.
Yeah,
Bye.
I appreciate you for coming up, newbie. Mama D, Miss Cruiser. Who else came on here?
Yeah.
Well, let me make sure I get all the names in. I
Jay Dunn,
appreciate everyone for coming in. Let me start
Canola,
from the begin. Jay Dunn, Canola, Miss Cruiser, James. Heatwave was on here at one point. Mama
the Hood
D,
Table,
the Hood Table, New Biology. Thank you to everyone for clicking the link. Jay Dunn, Ken didn't stay too long. He came to give us some tea and he left. So thank you everybody for coming through. We're gonna be back in a few. So please join me back at 7 for our games. But I got like a few minutes to prepare myself and then get ready for a game. So
yeah.
I'll
Okay,
be
Niece
back,
Newbie,
guys.
I'll see you.
Thank you,
All right,
Mama D. Thank
Becky.
you,
Always
newbie.
a
Thank you,
pleasure.
everyone, for listening
Thanks for
in. And
having me, Carrie.
you're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you, Doc.
Thank. Okay. Bye, everybody. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I had set a schedule and I've been changing the time and the date for this game since last week. So we're finally on Tuesday and I'm not changing the date or the time again. So all I'm gonna do is go ahead and I'm gonna go get myself ready for 7. Okay, guys, join me at 7. It is not beef sector related. It's just fun and games. That's what we do over here sometimes, and sometimes we do have discussions on the beef sector. It is what it is. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so, as well as thumbs up the video. Okay, thank you so much. Gotta go because I'll be back in a few minutes. Bye.